sends John Parker Romo out to tee it up as Tulsa won the toss. They deferred, and SMU will have the football to begin things. Prochet, number 3, and Page, number 4, are back deep. And Prochet, a dangerous, dangerous weapon on this team. Over 1,000 yards receiving. So set to go here with 19 Tulsa seniors playing their final game of the season. Tulsa just 2 wins on the season. No bowl game for them. They're trying to play spoiler. They're trying to end their season on a high note.
This kickoff return team for SMU is dangerous. 8th in the country.
As Romo boots it away, and Prochet backpedaling, and he booted it out of the end zone. So SMU will have it from the 25. JR Chick-fil-A lineups, and we focus on the man that runs this air raid offense for Sonny Dykes, Ben Hicks.
You know, career 8,700 yards passing, but it was a transition for him this year to understand the air raid offense. So much in this offense is put on the quarterback's shoulders. The wide receivers just run their route. The quarterback has to diagnose the defense, understand where to go. Last 5 games, Ben Hicks has been a much better quarterback, understanding this offense, over 300 yards a game.
Yeah, and 12 touchdowns as they hand it off here to Braden West. And West takes it out to the 31-yard line. Reggie Robinson on the tackle, gain of 6. The offense brought to us by Chick-fil-A. Prochet, tell us why this guy's so special.
Such a playmaking receiver. 7th in the country, 82 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 23 career receptions. Just a really good football player.
Here's Hicks now on 2nd down, going to swing it out there and gets it into the hands of Braden West once again. And he's got enough to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Caleb Evans on the tackle, gain of 6. Your highlighted guy is their stud linebacker, Cooper Edmiston.
Well, talk about playmaking linebackers. He's done things this year that nobody else has done in the country.
Here they go, right back to work, and they get it over the 40-yard line. Tackle made by Jordan Mitchell, getting the start here today because of McKinley Whitfield. He is out for the 1st half. Targeting penalty last week against him. Back to West they go again.
Ooh, Hicks got in there trying to throw a block, took a shot to his knees. That's not what Sonny Dykes wants to see of his quarterback.
No. Travis Gibson on the stop there. Ben Hicks was benched for a stretch earlier this season. Pretty remarkable the comeback he's made to adapt to the offense, this air raid that you've told us about. Freeman in the backfield now. Hicks under pressure, and they get him, and they got rid of the ball. One of the linemen got it, and they got a short gain just over the line of scrimmage there. Gibson on the tackle, as it was Pursley that got the football.
Pursley starting at left tackle for Bo Morris. He started earlier, 6 games this year. Now he's down.
He is down, and
so that would be big because Bo Morris, the other left tackle, who started 3 games, the last 3 games, he was injured, his shoulder. He wasn't starting. Pursley back playing.
So as they tend to Pursley, for those of you watching on CBSSports.com, our streaming coverage will conclude after the commercial break, but we continue on CBS Sports Network. You can find us by going to CBSSportsNetwork.com/channel finder. Back here at Chapman Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Chad Pursley starting today in place of Bo Morris at left tackle, and they're working him out on the sideline. He was injured moments ago before our break. Sonny Dykes, well traveled in his coaching career, his 1st season at SMU, trying to get his team to 6 wins to get them bowl eligible.
He's a head coach at Louisiana Tech, did an excellent job, and went to Cal. Got fired at Cal after the 2016 season when he interviewed for the Baylor job.
So SMU got the football first. And this is that opening possession. They get it over the midfield line to the 49 of Tulsa, gain of 3. Tackle made by Cullen Wick. Philip Montgomery's got the beads around his neck there in his 4th. He's had a couple of good years to start. Last 2 haven't been so good.
2016, they went 10-3. It was a phenomenal year. His name was bantered around at a lot of different jobs. You know, and then now 2 years in a row, you've only won 2 games.
Here's 3rd down and 6 now. Hicks, they bring the heat. Hicks on the run, can't get rid of it, and he's dropped inside of the 25. What a play by Cullen Wick. tracked him down, a big-time loss, brings up 4th down.
And I don't know what Hicks was doing. Just throw the ball away. You're rolling, you're outside the tackle. All you have to do is get it past the line of scrimmage. He's got plenty of time to throw this ball away. You see that it's not there. The offensive line didn't move. Just throw it away now. He doesn't throw it, holds onto the ball. It's a big loss.
In fact, it's a loss of 26 yards. So 4th and 32, and they bring on the junior out of Australia, Jamie Sackville. Jarian Anderson waiting to punt, standing back at his 40 for Tulsa. Short kick, and SMU will down it. It'll be downed in the vicinity of the 40-yard line. 12:04 to go in the opening quarter. SMU and Tulsa here in the American. The Mustangs trying to win to become bowl eligible. We're back after this. Weekend to you and yours. No score early on here from Chapman Stadium here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. SMU and Tulsa, little American Athletic Conference action. Jay Feely, Ben Holden, great to be with you. And SMU, Jay, for them, they get a win. They get to 6, become bowl eligible. This team started 0-3. They were one of 12 teams in the FBS to do that. Miami, entering the day, was the only team to get to 6 wins. Yeah,
it'd be huge for Sonny Dykes and his team. It's a fascinating matchup for me. It's the air raid versus the veer and shoot. You got 2 different ways to score a lot of points. You know, and you've seen this. We saw it when we watched the Oklahoma-West Virginia game. This air raid offense, you saw it get grounded in the Washington State-Washington game when they played in the snow.
Yeah, no kidding. As the first play from scrimmage goes complete to Keenan Johnson. Time for our Chick-fil-A lineups. And we talk about the quarterback for Tulsa, Seth Boomer, the redshirt freshman who's taken over. What do you like about him from what you've seen of him?
He's progressing each week. He's a freshman, as you said, getting better. His first 3 starts really rough. Last 4 games much better.
Here is Shamari Brooks. Part of their 1-2 punch in the backfield was tackled by Patrick Nelson. Chick-fil-A lineups. Chandler Miller's your guy. Why is that?
All AAC 2 years in a row. He started every game since his Redford freshman year when he had his first start. You know, just a stud up there. Not only is he really good, but he's out there all the time. You can rely on him. He's consistent. He plays through injuries. 50th consecutive start.
Yeah, most in Tulsa history, and they've got a lot of history with this football program and playing for a lot of years. And he is a good one out of Bixby, Oklahoma, 6'3" and 297. One of 19 seniors playing today. There's a pass over the middle. It is caught. It's a first down. It was caught by Chris Minter, the tight end, and Minter picks up 10.
Go play action, fake it to the running back. Come right out and hit the tight end, move the sticks.
Boomer, quick throw to the outside, catch made. But a quick tackle made there. Justin Hobbs on the reception. In the SMU defense, it's all about a couple of their linebackers, Jay, the M&M boys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Mitchell and Moore right there. Both those guys, excellent. They're very similar players, the best players on this defense that lead the team in tackles for a loss, sacks. Really, those 2 linebackers are the key to this entire defense.
Yeah, Moore comes into the game with 79 tackles and Mitchell 75. And Sonny Dykes telling us the other day, he said, without them, we're not in the position we're in. A sack there as they get to the quarterback as Patrick Nelson comes in and takes down Seth Boomer.
This has been a problem here for this offense. Turnovers and sacks. That's the 27th sack this year. You have a good drive going. You get it first down, you're moving, you're on the verge of field goal range, and then you get backed up with a sack.
So now 3rd and 13 here.
See the trips down here, the bunch formation. Yes. They love to throw little bubble screens. The 2 blockers out in front.
See if they can come up with a conversion here. Boomer stands in, got time, now fires down the middle and incomplete. Was trying to connect there with Kalen Stokes, but he can't do it.
Stokes, yeah, Ben, who leads the team in receptions and yards. This is the play he's got to come up with. It's there. It's a really good throw. You got to go down, make that catch, and then now you're out of field goal range. It's 4th and long. Do you punt? Do you go for it? You know, if it's 4th and inside of 8, I'd probably go for it, but, you know, you only have 2 wins. Why not?
I'll say 18 out of 31 on 4th down this season. And Seth Boomer takes a look back. Watching the play clock. And they're going to take a timeout here. or the delay of game penalty is what they do.
Yeah, they just decide we're not going to go for it here, take the delay, bring the punt unit on, try and pin them deep. I think that's a wise decision early in this game.
So Philip Montgomery and his guys talking it over. 9:31 to go in the opening quarter.
Bring in Thomas Bennett, son of Darren Bennett. I played against Darren a lot, one of the best of all time to do it. And really, you know, a guy who paved the way for everybody. All the punters that have come from Australia, Darren Bennett was the guy who paved the way for him. It was his son, Thomas Bennett. Had an excellent year as well, 46-yard average per punt. It's 5th in the country.
Yep. Outstanding leg he's got, the great genes. Career long a 69-yarder. As Crochet lets this one sail, and it goes into the end zone. And SMU will take over with a fresh set of downs. 44-yard punt. Jay, let's take a look now at our Home Depot Do Project Smarter today, and we'll take a closer look at this air raid offense of SMU.
It's an offense that really developed under Hal Mum and Mike Leach, and you're going to see 4 receivers and 1 running back most of the time. They find creative ways to put defenses in a bad position. If you come up to stop the run, they're going to go deep. 8 to 10 route concepts, always 5 different skill positions. You have to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. The end of that was a nice swing pass for a touchdown.
This is Cayman Freeman. Freeman, nice spin move. And Sonny Dykes said to us on our call this week, he said, we need a big game out of him. We need him to get going. He picked up 5 there. Cooper Edmiston made the tackle on him.
They got to run the ball. Ground and pound today. That's not normally what the air raid does. But Tulsa giving up 250 yards rushing per game.
When these two teams met last year, Freeman, 9 carries for 22 yards, had 2 touchdowns. Empty backfield here. Hicks now gets rid of it. Ball up and intercepted. It's intercepted, and it's picked off by guess who, Jay? Cooper Edmiston. This kid is a turnover magnet.
His 4th interception on the year. Nobody in the country has his numbers. Over 100 tackles, 4 interceptions now, 3 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries. Just finds a way to make plays throughout the year. A good job reading this route concept and breaking it up, getting the deflection. And then Edmiston comes in there and makes the interceptions. A huge play for this Tulsa defense.
Unbelievable. He has just got a nose and a knack for the ball and comes up with a play. It was Zaven Collins that got a piece of it, and Collins is a huge part of that linebacking core as well. The redshirt freshman, number 23. So Tulsa's in business now. Brooks. Not much. Gain of 2 there. So the stop made by Kyron Mitchell. Seth Boomer, 3rd quarterback they've used this year to start a game. Other guys injured and had to go to him.
He's only thrown for over 200 yards twice this year.
Here's Brooks. Brooks bursting up the middle toward the goal line. Touchdown! Tulsa strikes first. A 15-yard run for Shamari Brooks. And it's 6-0 with a point after pending for Tulsa. Finding the end zone for the first time in 6 games.
We talked about the veer and shoot, how they like to run right up the middle. Quickly, a quick hitter up the middle. Brooks slams it into the end zone, so they get the interception, cash it in with the touchdown.
So Parker Romo comes on to try to make it a 7-0 game, and does just that. 2 plays, 17 yards, 33 seconds, Jay, and it started with the pick by Edmiston.
And it started with recognizing one of the route concepts, jumping the route. The deflection causes the interception, and then Brooks hammering it home, putting Tulsa up 7-0.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. By Ram Trucks, built to serve. And by Chick-fil-A Catering. It's the little things that take the stress out of the holidays.
A look there at some of the Tulsa greats that have played here. You saw Gus Farrat, Lovie Smith, Ray Rhodes, and Pro Football Hall of Famer Steve Largent. I think I had every one of his cards from when I was like 8 until I quit collecting cards about 14.
Exactly, Ben. I did the exact same thing. Loved watching Steve Largent play. Steve Largent and Jerry Rice, those are my two favorites.
Well, how about this game, the way this thing started? I mean, SMU comes in, just to reset for you, with Jay Feely, Ben Holden, all of our crew. SMU needs a win to become bowl eligible. Tulsa, they've got 2 wins, and you'll see in the American standings here, they have pride to play for and 19 seniors, obviously, but they're trying to play spoiler here against SMU.
A big loss last week to Memphis for SMU. Had an opportunity to play for the conference championship. They came in, kind of played tight in that game.
Yeah.
That's what Sonny Dykes told us, and lacked confidence. And one of the things we talked about with Ben Hicks was how well he'd been playing the last 5 weeks and protecting the ball. 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions coming into this game the last 5 weeks. And for Tulsa to get a turnover, to get on the board early, that's huge.
That is big time. Hicks gets rid of it. First time he's found Prochet trying to get away. They're coming after him, but he gets out of bounds at the 30. He made a lot out of nothing there, in my opinion, as he was forced out of bounds.
You know they're going to throw a lot of quick screens, so you got to quickly get to the ball. An excellent job by Tulsa, but you can't wrap them up. Prochet just so slippery.
Allie Green forced him out of bounds. Ben Hicks, junior out of Waco, Texas. 33rd career start for him. Pressure coming, they pick it up. Hicks fires, open man at the 40, and they've got a first down. The catch made by Prochet, and the tackle made by Allie Green, gain of 12.
Not often that this air raid offense goes max protection. They bring a tight end in, the back stays, the tight end stays, and they go with the shot to Prochet, get the first down.
Keep it on the ground here with Freeman. And Cayman Freeman, about a yard pickup. And was stopped by Cooper Edmiston. Already seen. I love this. Look at his helmet. I mean, you know, a lot of guys will repaint. I mean, that's a ball player. I like it.
Certainly is. 5 games this year with double-digit tackles. 7 of the 19 turnovers this year that Tulsa's got.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
That's right.
I wasn't stealing your notes. We both have the same note. But that's exactly where I was looking. Hicks, little delay, and it's Freeman, and Edmiston on his back. And that's a tackle for loss. He loses a couple on the play. So Edmiston, the junior, playing tough here on senior day.
And really, that was more on Freeman than anything. It was a good play design. You fake the screens, you go with the delay, and Freeman just kind of hit that. We talked about that with Sonny Dykes. He's a downhill physical runner. Don't bounce. Don't do what you don't do. Hit the ball hard, pick up half the yardage. Instead of 3rd and long, you might have 3rd and 5.
They need to get to convert here to the 48 of Tulsa. Hicks, outside pressure coming. He got rid of it and throws it into no man's land. Man, was Cullen Wick ever coming around the end on the near side. Was looking at Tyler Page, 4th and 11.
Coming right around the end here.
Yep.
They knew they had to get pressure on Hicks. You can't allow him to sit in the pocket. With this offense and his ability to throw the ball down the field, a guy who's thrown for over 8,000 yards in his career, close to 9,000. You have to get pressure on him. Excellent start for Tulsa.
So Jarian Anderson back at his 20 this time as Sackville will step into this one inside of his 30. On the hop, Anderson takes it. And a minimal return, a couple yards on it, a host of white shirts down there to take him down. 38-yard punt, and officially a 3-yard return. Senior day for Tulsa. They're on top over SMU by a touchdown. And we'll tell you now about Tulsa senior offensive tackle Willie Wright, all the great things he's done off and on the field. He's got even better accolades off of it. He's an extremely positive person, which he attributes to his mother. He donates time in helping others on and off the field, and he is our Phillips 66th Athlete of the Week. What a career he's had, and a very, very important piece to that group up front, Jay.
The defensive tackle, when Montgomery got here, they switched him over to the offensive side. How he started 46 games. And when you've had 2 difficult years where you've only won 2 games, you need guys like that in your locker room who will come in with a smile every day, bringing energy. He's one of your starters, one of your linchpins. Just an excellent story.
So Seth Boomer in the offense back on. Boomer throwing it. This time gives it off to Brooks. 3 of 4 for 13 yards. And Kyron Mitchell there made a tackle. You'll hear his name, as Jay told us, a lot here today. A loss of 1, so a tackle for loss for Mitchell there.
Yeah, Mitchell has got a nose for the ball. He's the heart and soul of that defense. Just gets after it. Not only tackles where he leads the team, he and Moore, but the tackles for a loss and sacks.
Right side. Keep it on the ground. It's Brooks again. It'll bring up 3rd down. Richard Moore, the other half of the M&M boys there on the tackle there.
All day long, those 2 linebackers. You got to find a way to get the ball outside and away from those 2 linebackers. Understand where their strength is and go away from it.
3rd down and 6. Also 1 of 2 on 3rd down to this point. Inside of 5 to play in the opening quarter. Home squad Tulsa with a 7-0 lead. 15-yard run for a touchdown over the middle. And it is reeled in there, nicely pulled in by Justin Hobbs. 1st down, gain of 10.
Hobbs is the 2nd receiver. They run a hitch inside, and he comes across the middle. Good job by Boomer finding him.
Quickly back to the line. Here they come, near side. They bring it around. Big pickup there. And that's Keelan Stokes. And another 1st down for the Golden Hurricane, 11 yards.
Nice little jet sweep. Right now, they got SMU on their heels, throwing a lot of different looks at them.
They really do. Love the speed. Look at this. Creativity. Beautiful play. They're just slinging it around the yard. I mean, how pretty is that? Cole Neff. And the ball was delivered by Keenan Johnson. A gain of 12. I love this.
2nd time
Fun to watch.
Double pass this year. Like I said, SMU on their heels.
Middle forward pass is under review.
Tracy Jones, I was going to say, our referee. They're going to take a look back at this, Jay, and we'll take many looks at it as well.
The first pass has to be backwards.
Correct.
So you got to look right here where Boomer is.
That's backwards.
Yeah, that's backwards.
Should be.
No,
oh,
no question.
Yeah,
no question. That went at least a yard backwards.
I mean, that was one of the best plays I've seen all year.
It was excellent execution,
Yes.
and that's what they said they had to do. You know, when you look at this offense, it's fairly simple. So execution needs to be precise. That's been the problem this year, is that the execution hasn't been precise. They've given up 37 sacks this year. They have 23 turnovers, which is 4th most in the country.
After review, the ruling of a backwards pass and then a forward pass for a 1st down is confirmed. 1st down.
There you go. Tracy Jones, our referee today. Our replay official is Paul Zukis. So a well-executed play. I mean, you know, Tulsa got the nickname way back in the day because they played so fast. They're looking like a hurricane now, the speed they're playing at.
Coach Montgomery was with Art Briles for 16 years. First at Stevensville High School, then at Houston, then at Baylor. It was really at Baylor when they transformed Baylor from one of the worst teams to the best team offensively in the country. That's where this offense was really established.
Here's Brooks. Brooks takes on the defender head on, and he won the battle right there. A gain of 9. It's O'New, Mikhail O'New, that took the brunt.
Shamari Brooks just being physical and aggressive. He's only 5'9", 193 pounds, but we've seen 2 explosive runs.
6 for 37 out of him so far. And the ball came out.
Yeah, he lost the ball.
He did, recovered there.
Willie Wright got on the ball.
Yeah, there's Willie doing big things for that group up front in his football team.
And that's what I just said. The things that have killed them this year have been turnovers. As their 22nd fumble, they've lost 14 of them. That's the most in the country.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. Corey Taylor's in for the first time, and there's flags down in the field.
65. Not penalty. 3rd down.
So that's on the left tackle, Chris Ivey. And there's Jones, our referee here for this American Conference tilt. So Tulsa still in a good spot, third and manageable. There's the turnovers you were talking about, partner.
And it just kills you. I mean, you're efficient. You're moving the ball. It looks so good. And then all of a sudden you fumble a ball. Even though your tackle gets on it, you get it back. And then now you get a penalty. And instead of a first down and you got SMU on their heels, now you're backed up and you got to convert a third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. They're 2 of 3 are the Golden Hurricane on third down so far today. Corey Taylor in that backfield, 10 rushing touchdowns, tied for 5th in the American. And the delay, and Taylor, he is some serious thunder, although Brooks has ran that way today, was stopped by Richard Moore at the 25. What do you think, Jay? They trot out the kicker?
They are, but I would go for it here.
You would?
You know, you want to get points, but you have to understand where you are as a team as well and trying to press this defense who's been on their heels, and you were moving down.
Yes, I'm with you.
You got a kicker here who has not made a field goal. He's 0 for 1 in his career.
This will be a 42-yard attempt. Parker Romo, and this one is off the upright. SMU dodges a bullet there, and it remains 7-0.
And I just don't like the decision to kick the field goal there. You're moving the ball. You got backed up because you fumbled, you had a false start, but you have been effective, efficient in this drive, and then now you decide to kick the field goal, and your kicker, who hasn't made a field goal in his career, misses one. You had Nate Walker kicking field goals earlier this year. He's missed 6. Now Romo's missed 2.
Anything that you notice, or did this thing just simply drift on him?
Well, he just didn't hit it well. I saw him kicking in warm-ups, and he was pounding the ball. And when you haven't made a kick, a lot of times you're not confident in yourself. You don't explode through the ball. You kind of decelerate. That's what it looked like.
Okay. In case anyone's wondering, you handle all the kicking stuff on our shows. 14 years in the league. As SMU comes back, they get it to the 29 as Bryson Powers made the tackle there on Braden West. So defensively, I mean, Tulsa's got the interception. What have they done in this game so far, aside from that, that's worked so well in your eyes?
They have done a good job of exploding to the ball. On the interception, they recognized the route concept. They jumped the route, got the deflection.
Here's West, Braden West. Takes it to the 34, pickup of 5, tackled by Jordan Mitchell. Third down and short coming up.
So far offensively for SMU, they haven't gone down the field. One time they threw to Prochet, they went max protection, got a first down, but they really haven't stretched this team. I think they came in thinking, hey, we're gonna run the ball. Tulsa's given up 250 yards a game, but it's been a struggle so far.
Braden West in the backfield. Pressure coming. Hicks makes a decision, and it was the wrong one. He overthrew Page. Tyler Page in space, and Sonny Dykes said because of the way they play defense, Tulsa, they thought he'd be heavily involved. He couldn't make a play there, though.
Ben, you were right. You said it was the wrong decision. If you watch the running back coming out of the backfield, that's where Hicks should have gone with the ball. Watch this right here. If he throws that ball quickly, this ball is complete, and it's a first down. Right there, it's open. Throw him the ball. Hicks looks the other way. It's incomplete, and now they have to punt.
They do. It'll be the 3rd time that SMU has punted. Longest punt's been 37. This is Denbo, one of their linebackers, on to punt.
Well, it's a much better punt than the punter was doing.
You're not kidding. It was Trevor Denbo, the sophomore out of Texas, on to punt. 37 on that punt.
Jerry Anderson should have come up and fair caught that. It cost him about 12 yards, letting that ball bounce.
So with 39 seconds left in the quarter, we'll let you know that a new league offers new opportunities. At Tuesday night at 8 Eastern, CBS Sports Network is live in Las Vegas for the inaugural Alliance of American Football QB Draft, where franchises select who will lead their teams under center. Only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. I'm going to be checking that out, man.
You certainly will. You'll be calling some of those games. It's going to be a really interesting league. You know, so many guys are on the cusp of getting into the NFL, and then they don't make a team. They get cut after training camp, and then there's nowhere for them to go and develop. That's really what that league is all about.
No question. Excited for it on our network. And there's a throw and a catch. As Boomer comes out firing, gets it into the hands of Keenan Johnson. So Tulsa's last drive, 9 plays, 51 yards, Jay. No points on that one.
Should have gone for it on 4th and 4.
Yeah, I'm with
what
you.
I like about this team, and what's interesting, their offensive line, their tackles are smaller than their guards, and that's a scheme thing. They want their guards to be big, powerful maulers.
Here's Corey Taylor. He can do some balling. It took 2 Mustangs to take him down. Richard Moore and Patrick Nelson. He is a load. And that's going to be the final play of the quarter here. Exciting quarter, Jay. Not a lot of points, but a lot of excitement. And that'll do it. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Tulsa 7, SMU nothing. Great to have you with us. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, proudly presented by the Home Depot. Great to have you with us here from Chapman Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. College football proudly presented by the Home Depot here on CBS Sports Network. SMU, they're trying to become bowl eligible. They get a win, they would do that. Get to 6 wins. Tulsa, 19 seniors they're honoring. Playing for them, trying to end their season on a high note. And Jay, the Americans, I mean, they're bowling big time. I mean, there's 7 teams. Tulane beat Navy by 1 earlier today, so they're in. SMU trying to join them.
Good job by Willie Fritz and his squad. UCF, they won the game, but they kind of lost the battle. When you lose your quarterback, Mackenzie Milton, that was rough for them.
Too bad.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Mackenzie Milton.
You're not kidding. That was a gruesome injury that he suffered yesterday. So second quarter with Jay Feely. My name is Ben Holden. Bill Thayer, our producer. Michael Frank, our director. Tom Wicks, our AD, and all of our crew. We appreciate all their efforts. Great to have you with us here from Tulsa. Hit to catch, look out! This might be a touchdown! Keelan Stokes, can he outrun him? He can't, but a huge gain! A huge gain forced out of bounds by Kevin Johnson, who's starting today in place of their injured starter. 71 yards, Jay.
It's just a quick screen. Right here, quick out. Rodney Clemens has to come up and make that tackle. It's not a hard tackle. He misses the tackle, and then now he's off to the races.
Corey Taylor in the backfield, and Jordan Wyatt, the senior, normally starts at that cornerback spot. Kevin Johnson got the nod as Wyatt's in a walking boot. And that was Taylor, stopped by Richard Moore there. Second goal upcoming. The ultimate reality TV, right? You never know what's going to happen. Tulsa with a chance to go up 14-0 here.
They were in a lot of games this year. They had a lead in the fourth quarter 5 times in 2018. Only 2 and 3 of those games. Houston, USF, Tulane.
See what they do on second and goal here. Taylor, who's piled up the touchdowns and just barrels right into the defender there. Took a couple to get him down as O'New made the stop along with Robinson for SMU. Third and goal coming up. And a 2 on that last run. What do you look for here? You think they throw it or run it?
I'd run it again here. Chandler Miller is your best player, your center. And your guards are maulers. That's where you build the strength of your offense. This whole veer option offense, the veer and shoot, is based on those guys being able to knock people off the ball, go right up the middle.
Here's Boomer. Pressure coming. Got rid of him. Open man! Wide open to the back of the end zone. Keenan Johnson. A 2-yard touchdown pass, and Tulsa on top 13-0. 6 plays, 81 yards, took 2.5. The big play, the 70-plus yard reception by Stokes.
Going to see him come across your screen here late. Just sit right in the middle. In the opening, a poor job by SMU in that defense, and a good job by Tulsa going all the way. They get the big play, and then they cash it in.
4th touchdown catch of the season for Keenan Johnson. 6 plays, 81 yards. Took 2:33 here, Jay. And there's the touchdown, and Tulsa, don't look now, they're on top of SMU, 14-0 early in the second. 14-0 Tulsa. Stokes there, slapping hands, set it up with a 71-yard reception, and Keenan Johnson there, number 8, capped it off with a touchdown catch, Jay.
Well, they go with bunch formation. Now you're going to see right here, you're going to see 2 crossing routes, and then Johnson just come and sit down and watch Boomer do a good job of sitting in the pocket and just kind of waiting. Now he sees him. He throws it right in the middle, wide open. Poor job of recognizing what Tulsa was trying to do. And they got a 14-0 lead. SMU better wake up or they won't be going bowling.
They better, and O'Shea back awaiting the kick. Boomer on that drive, 3 of 3 for 76 in the touch. John Parker Romo sent to boot it away. Breezy down there, gets some help with a hold. See what Prochet does here. In the 17. Good run back out over the 30-yard line. And let's check in with Brent Stover in New York for an update on the Iron Bowl.
Guys, Bama out to a 7-0 lead over on CBS, but Anthony Schwartz ties it for Auburn on this 9-yard touchdown run. They start the second quarter tied at 7. Ben and Jay.
Kicking team, number 32.
Thanks so much, Brent. Auburn 7-4 against Bama in Tuscaloosa. As everyone remembers Chris Davis, that legendary call by Vern.
Correction. The receiving team has decided to have the play re-kicked. We will re-kick from
offsides on the kicking team.
30-yard line.
And I've said a lot that anytime you get an offsides penalty, unless you had a great return,
right,
and you're the kickoff return team, make them kick it again. You're kicking into the wind. You saw the wind have a big impact on that kick. I wouldn't kick this ball high. I'd kick a line drive and try to get on the ground, a squib type kick, a deep squib. But SMU trying to hit a home run here. You know that they are very good on kickoff return, 8th in the country in average kickoff return, so they're trying to hit a big play, make that coverage unit who's tired, who just ran down, they were all excited, they got to stop, make them do it again.
No hold needed on this one, it appears. O'Shea standing at his 16-yard line. No chance to return this one. Well, I guess there is. On the hop, he'll take it on the hop. Why not? Speedster Crochet trying to find an alley to cut back into, but couldn't do so as he was dropped by Sam Gotch. Return to 23, Jay.
Well, that was an excellent kick by Romo. Struggled with the win on the first one. He backed it up 5 and he drives it, and then he's got the backspin on the wedge to check it right there at the 1. I've seen you do that a couple times with your wedges.
You're very kind. I've done it once in my life. I've seen you do it a bunch. And I know I watched you do it when you were kicking in the NFL. All right, so you said it a moment ago. SMU, they have to wake up here. I mean, there's everything in front of them to play for.
False start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty, first down.
It's on the center, Hayden Howerton, a sophomore out of Katy, Texas. First penalty on the Mustangs so far today.
Sonny Dykes had said that his team didn't play well. You see the center snap it too early last week against Memphis, and they're still have that hangover right now.
Here's some room now as Hicks gets it into the hands of Prochet, and Prochet inside of Tulsa territory. They're going to spot him down at the 36-yard line, a gain of 47. Manny bunched the tackle.
That's exactly what they needed. Find Prochet, who's your playmaker. Get him the ball with space, the ability to run.
Last 2 games between these two decided by a total of 7 points as West has the ball and goes nowhere. Tulsa front doing a really good job. Zaven Collins with a tackle. Let's get back to the studio in New York with Brent Stover.
Guys, Tua Tagovailoa already with a rushing touchdown. Now a passing touchdown to Henry Ruggs. Early second, Alabama 14, Auburn 7.
Very good. Thank you, Brent. Does Tua play the fourth quarter this week, Feely?
I think he will this week. He hasn't played many fourth quarters this year. They haven't needed him to.
No.
He's just been dominant, absolutely dominant.
And more flags fly. We'll hear from Tracy Jones, our referee.
Offense, snap infraction number 75. 5-yard penalty, first down.
All right, so they back him up again.
It's the second time on Howerton this drive.
Yeah, and speaking of, Feely, here are your playoff teams. I know this pains you greatly. I wish I'm hugging him right now. I am.
I had Michigan
swear.
in there earlier, and they went and they lost to the Buckeyes. A terrible game. They did not come and play, and Ohio State deserves to be in there now.
Here's Hicks over the middle. Robertson had it, and I think he was down, though.
Well, they didn't call him down. They haven't called it incomplete, so right now they're playing it as a fumble.
All right.
Take a look. On the field is a reception, runner down, second down.
What do you think?
I thought it was incomplete.
Bryson Power is the one that knocked it out.
He didn't complete the catch.
They're going to review it. I think you're right.
Previous play is under review.
I'm with you on this one, Jay.
He gets the ball. He basically gets a step and a half, maybe 2 steps. But he has to complete the catch.
Right.
Here comes the ball. 1, 2, and you can see the ball's already coming out as he gets hit.
Yeah, by Powers.
I think they're going to rule it incomplete.
I think you're right.
There was no football move
No.
made. He's catching. He's still in the process of completing the catch. Comes in, nice stick. The ball comes out.
And Reggie Robertson, sophomore out of DeSoto, Texas, transferred in. They got him in August from West Virginia. Second on their team in both catches, 49 coming in and 764 yards behind the outstanding James Prochet. So the call on the field was a completed pass as they continue to discuss.
It's a really nice play by Powers to come in there and lay a good shot, knock that ball out. He's really come on strong this second half of the season. First 4 games, didn't play much. See that come out.
Yeah.
I thought it was incomplete when I watched it live, and I still think it's incomplete.
Even in Memorex? Dating myself. I was with you from the get-go after seeing the replay. So the two teams remain huddled up. See it right there on the way out.
Last 7 weeks, Powers has 55 tackles.
Called it a completed pass on the field. Here's the verdict.
After review, the pass was never controlled by the receiver for an incomplete pass. The ball will be placed on the 41-yard line. It will be third down. Please reset the game clock to 11 minutes and 38 seconds. 11:38. Thank you.
All right, so there's the word from Tracy Jones, our referee today. And so now 3rd and 15. Is this a concern for SMU, this distance, or not?
I think they try and get at least half of the yardage here. You don't need to get the full thing. You pretty much know you're going to go for it on 4th down. Right. They've been aggressive throughout the season, going for it 32 times on 4th down. So right now you're just trying to get about half the yardage, try to get the ball to about the 30-yard line.
All right, let's see what they do here on 3rd and 15. Hicks fires, trying to get it all. He looked for Page, and he overthrew him. That's the second time he's missed Tyler Page, and they'll bring the punt group on 4th and a mile as Cannon was on the coverage for Tulsa.
He had Freeman late, running back in the flat. That's where he should have gone with the ball. As this play develops, watch Freeman come out here late. And watch how wide open he is. If you get him the ball, you're going to get half the yardage.
For sure.
And then now you can go for it on 4th down. Because you don't, now you have to punt.
Also letting this go, and SMU can't save it. That was Sackville, the normal punter, 41 on that. A better effort than he'd had in his previous efforts, booting the ball away. 14-0 Tulsa early in the second. 14-0 Tulsa here early on in the second quarter, trying to deny SMU getting to a 6th win, which would mean they would be bowl eligible. Our Bud Light Inside Tracks today, Jay. Last teams to start 0-3 and go to a bowl Arkansas State and Miami did it in 2016. Miami did it again this year. And SMU started this season one of 12 teams to start 0-3 in the FBS. They opened up. Sonny Dykes said they couldn't have played any worse against North Texas. They lost to TCU. They went into Michigan, started to turn things around. They lost in the end, but things started to go well for them. And if they can do that, would be quite an accomplishment after a gain of 3 there on first down.
That's all well and good, but they're down 14-0 right now, and they're getting their butts kicked, and they need to wake up and start playing if they want any hope of getting into a bowl game.
Seth Boomer, 7 of 8, 99 yards. He's hit his last 4 passes, trying to make it 5 in a row, and he does just that. Catch made on the outside to the 30-yard line. They're going to give him the 31 and a first down to Chris Minter. Tackle was made by Kyron Mitchell, but a first down, Tulsa.
Really good job by Minter fighting for that first down. They run a couple of clear-out routes and hit him underneath.
Taylor, Corey Taylor. You talk about downhill. He bulldozes his way through there as Tyson Niels made the stop there on him. Numbers on Seth Boomer, over 100 with that pass to Minter.
9 for 10.
Beautiful.
Very accurate. Good job. When we talked to SMU, Kevin Kane said we got to take away their deep throws and their screens first. They have not done that, especially the screens.
Here's Taylor, bangs his way out to the 44, gain of 12, and I will tell you that Shamari Brooks, after his last carry, limped off, so we may see a lot of Taylor here. Stay in there on the first down carry. Ball now at the 44-yard line.
Tulsa saw a lot of Taylor against Hawaii at 33 attempts, 152 yards. Those are career highs.
15 for 45 at 3 touchdowns against Navy. Here's a pass over the middle. It's Stokes, and Stokes coming through again. Another first down to the 29-yard line, gain of 27. O'New with a tackle.
Stokes just running a deep slant, a post into the middle, curls it nicely into the vacant area and gets the big game.
Out they go fast again. And trying to get near the stick once again. That was Keenan Johnson as the second touchdown for Tulsa today. Pickup of 8. Taylor bouncing through. Corey Taylor inside of the 5. And they're going to spot him right at the 5. First and goal. Gain of 16. O'New the tackle.
This game has followed the script for Tulsa. Run the ball up the middle. They've done that effectively. That forces the safeties up. Then you can take shots.
Taylor trying to plow his way in there. And no signal. I think he's short, just short of it. Stopped by Rodney Clemens, the defensive back. Timeout, SMU.
Timeout. SMU. First charge, timeout. 30-second timeout.
So both teams will talk it over with 8:31 remaining. Second and goal upcoming. Well, we got a chance here during the timeout. We'll let you know. We'll wrap up our Saturday of college football tonight at 9:30 Eastern. The Mountain West Mayhem. Nevada takes on UNLV right here on CBS Sports Network. Rich Waltz, Aaron Murray, and AJ Ross on the call. And we saw Jay Norvell last year in his first year at Nevada. Look what he's doing in year 2.
Not a surprise. We saw him coming along against San Diego State. Put up some points and yards in that game. Very effective offense that Jay Norvell has there with Nevada.
Putting up some points out of the Wolfpack.
That timeout, Ben, you call a lot of basketball games. That timeout by Sonny Dykes was kind of the similar of a basketball timeout. The momentum is slipping away. You're looking at going down 21-0. They called a timeout, trying to find a way to get a stop here on second and goal at the 1-yard line.
87 yards on the ground for Tulsa. And on that last run, Corey Taylor over 1,000 yards in his young Tulsa career. And Taylor tries, bounces off one, and
little short.
He is short again, and it was Patrick Nelson that made him pay the price and stopped him. 3rd and goal coming up.
When you call that timeout, you're hoping you can come back out and get your defense to get a stop. Watch late right here. Good initial stop, and then making sure he doesn't get across. The last time I said they'd run it up the middle,
they threw it.
They found Johnson.
Yeah. Well, you would think, see if you agree with me, with Taylor in there from where they're at, 2 down, 4 down territory.
Pounding it behind your center.
Yeah, behind Miller. And there it goes, right in, touchdown, Corey Taylor. Both running backs are on the scoreboard. They've rushed for 2 and thrown for the other one. That capped the 10-play, 80-yard drive. Chris Ivy, the big block to lead him in, Jay.
Tulsa coming out and just asserting themselves in this game. Taylor doesn't even get touched. An excellent job blocking up front. And what a drive for Tulsa. Now going up, they make this extra point, 21-0.
Wow. Parker Romo true, and it's 21-0 here on an absolutely beautiful day in Tulsa. Temps in the low 70s, Jay. Corey Taylor over 1,000 yards in his career, and he finds the end zone to make it 21-0. So the latest Tulsa scoring drive, Corey Taylor there, 24 on the right, capped it off, went over 1,000 yards in his career on the drive, 10 plays, 80 yards, took 314. Jay, their offense today has been really, really good.
Yeah, they've been clicking. It started with the interception. That got them going. They stuck it in the end zone. You come up, you don't tackle, they're going to make you pay. Stokes down the sideline. They pass that in with a touchdown. And Taylor here untouched into the end zone. And this air raid offense that can put up a lot of points and yards in a hurry needs to show up, because they haven't shown up yet.
So what do they got to do in your mind? From what you've seen Tulsa do defensively, what do they have to do to get it working?
Well, Sonny Dykes told us that they're going to make us run, that he thought Tulsa would drop 8. They're going to make us run. They only have, SMU does 1 yard rushing on the game. They got to stretch the field. They got to hit some big plays and force this Tulsa defense into some bad situations. That's a fly ball.
It is at Page, and he was lucky that his teammate there was able to fall on it. And that was Griffin that fell on it.
Everything has been out of sync today. You watch SMU on offense and defense and special teams making errors, not playing well, not being proficient in any phase of the game.
So Hicks, the quarterback, 5 out of 10 for the interception. Deflected, but it was still a pick, 75 yards. 2 rushes for -30. He's been sacked once. Let's see what he does here. There's the pressure again. They got him! Cullen Wick! Oh, he's having himself a day. There is a flag down. But Cullen Wick is having a day. Let's see what the penalty is first from Tracy Jones.
Holding, offense, number 88. Penalty is declined, the result of the play, 2nd down.
And there is Wick. He's burning bright today.
Well, they're bringing pressure on Hicks, something that we knew they would do. Philip Montgomery told us we have to get pressure on Hicks. Can't let him stand back there. Getting pressure, getting another sack. Hicks right now is -43 yards rushing.
Wick, 3 tackles and a couple of sacks over the middle, and they get a lot of it back out to the 36. It was Page with the catch. 3rd time they've targeted him. And Mitchell, the tackle for Tulsa, gain of 17.
Now a critical 3rd down. You're down 21-0. You haven't been able to stop Tulsa. You have to go down and get points. Look for a mesh concept here. That means the receivers crossing, trying to confuse the defense, those 2 slot receivers.
Tulsa trying to get to Hicks. Hicks now near side, diving catch, Prochet. That is a beautiful catch right down below us. And James Prochet with a 23-yard beauty.
That's what they call their double smash. You have the outside guys run a little hitch, the inside guys run a corner, and a beautiful catch, as you said, and a big conversion.
The ruling on the field of reception for a 1st down from the review.
Well, they're going to take a look. Montgomery looking on, and there's Sonny Dykes. That visiting team on the sideline. You come in here in August, about 130 over there. Here's a look back at Prochet.
There's the catch. Now, does he secure it? Does the ball move?
No.
That's an excellent job. A great catch by Prochet. They're going to confirm this. Another good look at it. Laying out, full extension, and then he does an excellent job of turning. If you land with your chest down, the ball can move. As you teach your receivers, catch the ball and turn so your shoulder hits,
right,
so that ball doesn't get jarred loose, and they call an interception. Beautiful job pulling that ball in and making the catch by Prochet.
Ruling on they're just checking it. Here's the verdict.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. First down.
Indeed, confirmed it is. 5 for 93 for James Prochet.
The tough thing, though, for this offense of SMU is they want to go fast. And so when you get a completion like that, you can run to the line and go fast. Because they reviewed it, it kept them obviously for doing that. Let Tulsa and Bill Young, their defensive coordinator, kind of reset, talk to his guys, and be ready.
Damon Freeman to the right of Ben Hicks in the backfield. Freeman into his breadbasket, trying to use his size, but Tulsa using their force to limit the gain there to the 36-yard line. Gain of 4 on the run brings up 2nd and 6.
When we've watched Brooks and Taylor run so far today for Tulsa, it's been downhill,
physical,
hitting the hole hard, physical. When you've watched Freeman run today, he's supposed to be the downhill physical runner.
A little hesitant.
He's bounced. He's going in there. He's not hitting the hole hard. He's bouncing too much lateral movement.
2nd and 6, clock moving, 6:15 to play in the half. SMU trying to win to become bowl eligible, but right now in a 3-touchdown hole. Freeman there, and he gets the first down to the 29, forced out of bounds. Got a good block, though. He was forced out by Pugh, the defensive tackle, gain of 7.
That was a designed run outside by Freeman.
He gets it again. Switches hands, lost the ball, and it's recovered by SMU at the 30-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and Judah Bell was there to fall on it. It was knocked out by Travis Gibson.
The second fumble today by SMU. They've gotten both of them back. You can see the hand just reach up, knock the ball out. They did throw the interception, and it's just been sloppy. Everything they've done has been very sloppy.
Braden West now checks into the backfield. Loss of 1 on the fumble. 2nd down and 11 coming up.
You don't see 2 tight ends in the game often.
In the air raid?
SMU, exactly.
Here's a shot into the corner, caught and diving, but they're going to spot him down just inside of the 1. Bunch forced him out, 29-yard pickup. That's how they want to see it, right?
Exactly. And there's a mantra with the air raid. If you're single covered, you're not covered. James Prochet down the field. They're in the zone.
West is stopped, Jay. He's over 100 yards now, is Prochet, in the first half.
Yeah, anytime he's single covered, I'm going to him. 6 for 122.
Last week had 12 grabs for 134. Couple of touchdowns and lost to Memphis. 6 for 122 here in the first half. Critical possession here for SMU.
There's Prochet.
Freeman trying to find his way into the end zone, and the push, and no signal yet. There it is, touchdown. SMU, a 2-yard run. So they respond with that, which they desperately needed. 9 plays, 68 yards in a little less than 4 minutes.
Desperately needed is right. You're down 21-0. You haven't done anything well. It wasn't really a pretty drive because there was a bunch of mistakes. They put the ball on the ground, but it doesn't matter. It was effective. They get into the end zone. They're confirming this to make sure they did. There it is. It's confirmed.
Yep. So Freeman been finding the end zone with pretty good regularity lately.
It's going to be a false start on the kicker.
False start. Offense, number 89. 5-yard penalty. Retry.
You don't see this very often. A lot of times they don't call it. Just a 5-yard penalty, though. It shouldn't impact your kick at all.
Kevin Robledo.
Yeah, he's had a really good year. 10 for 12 on field goals, only missed one extra point.
And he bangs that one through, and it's 21-7, SMU on the board. We'll step aside, still with 4:13 left until halftime.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Bud Light, reminding you not to drink and ride your horse. By Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And by Humana.
19 seniors honored before the game here today at Chapman Stadium here in Tulsa. They've been through a lot, those seniors. Jay, you played in 4 years at Michigan. You guys were double-digit wins every year. You know what that's like to go through that, and it's always a bittersweet day. But Prochet, man, this young man, as advertised, our first look at him live, he's been great today.
And the answer for Sonny Dykes has been to go max protection. A couple times they've gone max protection and then really isolated Prochet.
Stokes drifting back, he'll let it go. They'll have it at the 25-yard line. Here's the big catch on that drive, Jay.
So here's Prochet, and he's just going to run a corner. Now, I want you to watch. You got a tight end and a running back. Normally, they're out. You have 5 receivers. They both protect to make sure that Hicks has time to throw this ball. And really, that was a shot that they were taking downfield of Prochet. He catches the ball. That was the big play that got him down, and then they cashed it in. 3 times Hicks has been sacked, and it's not what the air raid does, max protecting, because they want a lot of options.
Yep.
But because of the pressure, Sonny Dykes said, hey, we got to make sure Hicks can throw this ball. And twice they've gone max protection and taken shots to Prochet and had big plays both times.
His 9th career 100-yard receiving game. And back in the game here, Shamari Brooks. So he hobbled off minutes ago, but back on the field. Good news for Tulsa, because he was the one that started the game, had a 15-yard touchdown run. And really, to me, offensively, he set the tone for them.
Yeah, hitting it hard, quick, fast, not allowing that defense time to recover.
Seth Boomers hit his last 7 passes. They run again here with Brooks. 10 of 11 is Boomer for 141 and a touchdown. The tackle made there by Jordan Williams. 3rd and 7 now. Big play here. SMU's got 2 timeouts. They can force the punt. They get good field position, right?
Yeah, and they can score quick. You saw it on that last drive.
Yep.
You're down 21-0. You get a touchdown. If you get a stop and go score and be down 21-14, now you're talking it's a different game.
No question about it. Also 5 of 7 on 3rd down.
Stokes has been their big play guy. 2 for 97.
Had the 71-yarder. Up this near sideline. Boomer's got plenty of time. Now steps out. Pressure coming. Took a shot. Got rid of it. And it's incomplete. He took a wicked shot inside of the 25. Was looking for Jarian Anderson. And Nelson defensively involved in a play.
It was a good job defensively. This is a very dangerous throw. Anderson trying to come back, throwing back across his body. See the hit he took. It was legal. Wasn't anything wrong with that.
There's Prochet. And Bennett. 46.6, 5th in the country. 44 on his first punt. And 2 back at your picture, Tyler Page, number 4. Prochet in the middle of the field. Bennett puts the right foot into it. Looked like his dad punting it. Page. Good job on the punt coverage team. Tulsa. Sam Gotch made the tackle there for Tulsa. 45 on the punt, 6 on the return. Coming up on the Ram Trucks halftime report, Brent Stover, Houston Nutt, Kevin Carter will get you caught up on all the action in college football. Plus, we'll have first half highlights and stats from here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's coming up on the Ram halftime report.
It's really 2-0 versus Kyler Murray when it comes to Heisman this year.
No question. That's where I'm looking. What a game last night between Oklahoma and West Virginia. And a good one going here in the state of Oklahoma. I'm not going to lie. If that game would have been here last night, I would have went to Norman.
I might have gone with you. I mean, watching Kyler Murray, he's special. The way he can throw the ball in that offense and the ability to run it as well.
Yep. 7-yard pickup there to one of their tight ends, Thedford. And now here's Hicks. And tried to go to Page. Where was he, though, when he released that ball?
They didn't throw a penalty. This was a play that we saw earlier this season, and Hicks hit it for a touchdown. It should have been the same thing. He comes out rolling. He just let the ball float. Page could walk backwards into the end zone if he throws that ball anywhere where he can catch it.
He could have moonwalked.
I knew you were going there.
Hicks, 9 out of 15, an interception, 152, 3rd and 3. Dumps it off over the middle, catch made. It's going to be a first down. Good work finding space there by Braden West. The tackle made by Zaven Collins. Gain of 6. They move the chains. West will get it. Edmiston there helping finish him off. It's help from Reggie Robinson as well, gain of 3.
You got 150, the clock's moving. You have 2 timeouts if you're SMU. Plenty of time if you can get first downs, move the chains.
Here's Hicks. You don't see this very often out of him, do you? Look at Hicks. And he smartly gets out of bounds inside the 25, Jay.
Coming into the game, he had minus 35 yards rushing. He was averaging minus 1 yard per rush. He was minus 43 in the game before that rush. That's why he caught Tulsa unaware of that play. A nice play call and a big pickup.
Robertson with a big block, almost 30 up. That's going to back him up. What was that, their 3rd, 4th of the game?
Number 57, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Pursley, who got hurt earlier in the game. Just right here, you see Pursley at left tackle. Just moves early. There it is. Once again, SMU being sloppy. A lot of penalties, put the ball on the ground.
1st and 15, Hicks overthrows Robertson. Had it, but just couldn't get it in there as Bryson Powers, the 221s, matched up. 2nd and 15 coming up.
He did, Ben. He had him again. You know, he missed Page earlier on a sure touchdown.
Yep.
That's a play that Hicks, who's a veteran quarterback, has to just step in there, stand in the pocket, and deliver a ball. It should have been complete for a first down. Now it's 3rd and long.
Coming off a 344-yard effort.
You got 2 tight ends and the running back.
Yep.
Last time they did this, they went to Prochet. They isolated him. He's sitting in the slot right there, right here. With max protection.
They run it with Freeman. Freeman trying to bounce, and Freeman. And they're going to give him the 25. It's going to be
Well short.
3rd and 2 now.
So they had the borders wrong, the marker.
Yes.
If that was 3rd and long, it'd been a curious call. The fact that it's now 3rd down makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
Timeout, SMU. Their 2nd charge timeout, 30-second timeout.
Sonny Dykes wants to talk things over with his guys. A quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back to Tulsa. So 64 seconds remaining in this first half of play. SMU's got the ball at the 25-yard line of Tulsa after the timeout by Sonny Dykes. 3rd down and 12.
There's Prochet there. He's got 6 for 122.
I go to him. They dump it off. Freeman cuts back inside, and he's going to be well short. Took the ball down to the 18-yard line. Shamar Robinson made the tackle, gain of 7. What do you do, Jay?
I kick the field goal here. Go and get your 3 points. You have a kicker who's been very good on the year. Doesn't look like they're bringing him out.
Not yet anyways.
You're down 21-7 now. If you're going to kick the field goal, you let the clock run all the way down. If I'm Tulsa, I'd call a timeout here.
Yeah.
Because they're letting the clock run all the way down, that tells you they're going to kick the field goal. Let it run down, call timeout, then you bring them out and kick the field goal.
Right. Sonny Dykes there on the right, head coach. Ben Hicks, the offense starting to walk over that way, and there's the TO.
Timeout. SMU, their third and final timeout. It will be a 4-minute timeout.
And you can hear the wind swirling down there at field level.
It's at the back of SMU right now. So Kevin Robledo, their kicker, is 10 for 12 on the year, along a 49. His only 2 misses were from 47 and 42. He's had an excellent year, so the wind's at his back. And you know, even though you didn't get a touchdown, you drove down. You were down 21-0. You got a touchdown score. Now you drove down. Hopefully you get the field goal. You get it back to 21-10 if you're SMU.
You nearly cut it in half. 35-yard attempt. Left hash for Robledo. Particulars that Jay mentioned there. Standing season he's had. And this thing isn't even close. Tulsa comes up with a stop. They get nothing to the Mustangs. It's 21-7. It was tipped at the line. Blocked at the line. Let's look and see who it was.
Good snap and hold. No penetration. That's on the kicker. Because you haven't got any penetration and you're just jumping up and putting a hand up without any penetration, that ball is too low. That's on Robledo. They get the block and the stop, a big stop for Tulsa, but you have to get that ball up.
That was Zaven Collins, 6'4" and 250. The redshirt freshman out of one of my favorite towns in Oklahoma, Hominy, Oklahoma.
Even though he's 6'4", without the penetration, that's still on your kicker to get that ball up.
So 10 seconds remaining, and there's the knee. And this half, as I like to say, sports is the ultimate reality TV. Did you think we'd see this?
Well, we thought we saw it, but we thought it may be 21-7 SMU.
Right.
Tulsa comes out, have asserted themselves, playing really good football, all 3 phases, and they got the lead.
They do. Tulsa closing out their season. SMU playing for bowl eligibility. And at the half, 21-7 Tulsa. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network. 21-7 Tulsa on top of SMU. SMU playing for bowl eligibility. And they're down by 2 touchdowns as we inch closer to the start of the third quarter. Great to see you. Welcome upstairs, our broadcast position alongside Jay Feely. My name is Ben Holden. Thoughts on that first half, man? What stands out?
I thought Tulsa played really well. It was an excellent first half for them, for SMU. It was a half that was very sloppy. 4 penalties, 2 fumbles, an interception, and a blocked field goal at the end of the half. Hicks had a number of opportunities to make plays downfield. He missed some big open receivers that could have been big plays. That really started at the interception, the deflection, and then it was just a sloppy first half for SMU. But give credit to Tulsa. They came up, they made big plays in a game that they didn't seemingly have a lot to play for. SMU, everything's on the line to get bowl eligible, to get back to 500. And we'll see if they can turn this around in the second half.
We will indeed with Jay Feely. My name is Ben Holden. All of our crew, Bill Thayer, our producer, Michael Frank, our director today. We appreciate all our crew and a lot of our folks traveling in, like many of us do in this business, over the Thanksgiving holiday. So thanks to all those folks for their hard work. Here is Stokes, takes the second half kickoff, and Stokes, he's made some big plays and a huge kick return. Gets it out close to the 40-yard line. They're going to give him a 41-yard return. Jay, our first half stats brought to us by Humana. What stands out the most?
Well, yardage wasn't so much, but the turnover, the interception kind of started the downward spiral. You don't see the 2 fumbles and the 4 penalties, and then you don't see the missed opportunities that Hicks had to make some big plays down the field. You come out, you kick it off, and you give up a big play right away to Tulsa on a play that should have been stopped deep, and you get a big return.
Here goes Shamari Brooks, and Brooks with some room. Shamari Brooks, a stiff arm. And he takes the ball inside of the 30 to the 27, forced out of bounds by Delano Robinson, a gain of 23.
They get a seal block, and Brooks breaks into that next level.
And they go quick. Again, it's Brooks to about the 21-yard line. Kyron Mitchell, the tackle. So Brooks in the first half, 10 for 43. Taylor, 10 for 42. They each scored. And going nowhere that time was Brooks again. He might have lost a couple there as Richard Moore. The M&M boys back-to-back plays for SMU standing up. 3rd and 6.
Big 3rd down here early for SMU. Need to get a stop to be able to get back in this game. You went in, you talked about all the adjustments you needed to make in the second half. You come out, you give up a long kickoff return and then a big play.
They need 6. Boomer, near side throw, down to get it is Stokes. Did he get to the spot? I believe he did. He did. He converts. So Keelan Stokes, a gain of 11. They move the chains, Jay.
Another good throw. Is a little low, but Stokes did a good job going down and getting it. But Boomer has been very effective so far today. Smart, not taking chances, protecting the ball. And when opportunities are there, he's taking advantage of it.
SMU needing a win to get to 6 to become bowl eligible. Tulsa trying to spoil the party, leading 21-7. Quickly moving down the field after that big 41-yard kick return by Keelan Stokes. Taylor down to about the 14, just over the 15. We'll spot him. Trevor Denbo took him down.
Number 16, Trevor Denbo.
And Stokes, first Tulsa receiver over 100 yards in a game this season.
That's
hard to believe,
shocking
isn't it?
stat.
In
Yeah,
their
it
offense?
absolutely is. I talked about it earlier in the first half that only 2 times this year has Seth Boomer been over 200 yards passing.
Here's Boomer to the end zone and well off the mark there. Intended target was Justin Hobbs. 3rd down coming up for the Golden Hurricane. SMU trying to come up with a big stop here on this upcoming 3rd down. Boomer is 11 out of 14 for 148 and a touchdown to this point of the game. Third and 9. Blitz coming. They got him. SMU solving their problems with what aggression there. Coming after him. Richard Moore bursting through there. Pono Davis slow to get up.
Forward progress with rule stop at the 25-yard line. 4th down.
Loss of 10.
We talked about Richard Moore from the beginning. They bring him on a blitz, backside. He comes through untouched. And for SMU, that's exactly what they needed. Had to get a stop. Romo comes in. He missed a field goal in the first half. Has not made one in this year.
A 42-yarder. It's blocked, and SMU trying to get it. They do. And SMU is going to take this back. It's Clemens. And the Mustangs with some needed points there. The special teams coming through in a big way.
Talk about a much-needed play. You get a sack, you go with the blitz, you get a sack, you force a field goal, you come in and you block it. Watch Clemens come from this wide side right there through.
I mean, that's the hat trick, the block, the scoop, and the score, right?
Yeah, you don't often see a same guy do all three of those. Huge play for SMU and Clemens.
45-yard return, and now look at what's happened. It's a 7-point game. SMU is right back in it, Jay.
Timeout.
Tulsa got the block before the half. SMU returned the favor, but they pick it up and return it for a touchdown and get right back in this game.
It's a 7-point game early in the third.
Well, here's the game-changing play. You got Clemens right here, and he's just going to come straight through. Now watch. You have to block out, and then your tackle has to block out. He blocks down, and he allows Clemens to run straight through, untouched, get the block. That's fundamental blocking, a mental error, and it causes a blocked field goal, run back for a touchdown. And all of a sudden, this game, as Tulsa comes out, got a big kickoff return, hit a big play, looking at when they're sitting there 21-7 to go in and score again, they give up the blocked field goal return for a touchdown, and it's a brand new game.
In part, that is, we're not into the fourth quarter yet. They've had a lot of leads in the second half of games. It's an area of concern for them. And how about that number there, those stats? The first blocked field goal for a touchdown since 2015 for SMU. And Clemens, who Sonny Dykes said to us simply, he's played a lot of ball for us. He's been one of our more solid guys on the back end, and he's obviously been a solid guy on special teams too today. It's a huge, huge play. The hat trick, the block, the scoop, and the score. And talking about Tulsa and their struggles, the leads they've had in games that they've been in control of and just haven't been able to finish.
Yeah, that one hurt right there. You're up 24-10 on
Yes.
South Florida. You can't find a way to finish that. You lose on a game-winning field goal.
Yep. So back come the Golden Hurricane on offense. Let's see what they can put together here from the 25-yard line.
They had a promising looking drive. They got all the way down inside the 20-yard line before the blocked field goal.
They certainly did. This is Brooks trying to knife his way in. This SMU team, you can be sure that at halftime they got fired up as Nelson made the tackle, and then a play like that only further energizes.
Yeah, Nelson's got 12 tackles on the day, playing really well, physical, coming up, trying to stop that run.
Play clock down to 2 now. Boomer's got to get this thing off in a hurry. He does. Got plenty of time. Protection breaks down. Now on the run. And he's just going to get out of bounds and get what he can. About the 27's where they're going to spot him out. 3rd and 8 coming up, Jay.
Boomer was looking. He was rolling, trying to find anything. But you're going to see as we roll this, there is nowhere to go with the ball. And if we freeze it, you can see everybody locked up, just nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And he's got to eat it.
3rd down and 8. Huge play in this game. Pressure coming. He gets rid of it. Catch is made, and that's going to be a first down to the 36, Justin Hobbs. A gain of 9 to move the chains.
If somebody's going to have a big game, you expect it against SMU for Tulsa to be Justin Hobbs. He's got 13 receptions, 310 yards in the last 4 games against SMU.
Yep, came in with an average of 103 per game. 2015, he had his first 100-yard game with 150. Last year, he had 3 for 141, to your point. Second down upcoming. From the gun, Brooks spins away. SMU, though, is right there and waiting for him. Ono Davis in on the stop. Product of the great state of Hawaii.
Really high-level effort kind of guy, Ono Davis.
Yeah.
Getting the most out of his ability.
Tulsa, 7 of 11 on 3rd down. Needing 3 here.
They went with the blitz last time. Richard Moore, 14, came with the blitz.
Take the handoff, now on the run. Boomer dumps it off, catch made! lost the ball. Stokes did, but it went out of bounds. And it's a first down. Keelan Stokes forced out of bounds by Patrick Nelson, gain of 9.
He's been their big play guy, Stokes. He's covered there. He's covered Nelson, loses him. He just runs right by Nelson. They're going to look at the, well, you got a penalty now.
Yeah, there's a flag thrown by the linesman. Tracy Jones, the referee there, coming over to the Tulsa sideline. Philip Montgomery, the Tulsa head coach, wanting an explanation as well. Fans always voicing their displeasure.
There's no foul for a false start. The ball was not made ready for play. It'll be first down.
All right.
Well, you can see right here, they're holding the ball. So they're not allowing the offense. You can see he's still holding.
Right.
And that's why they said there was no penalty.
Right. So Tulsa again has the football on SMU's side of the field. Boomer in trouble, and they get him. The pocket collapses, and the front does the job for Kevin Kane's defense. A loss of 2. As Ken McLaurin in there leading the way.
Well, they had no sacks in the first half. They got a sack right before the blocked field goal. They come in and get another sack. This SMU defense, you can see that they're playing with a lot more life, a lot more enthusiasm, getting after the quarterback.
They came into the game, the SMU defense, with 18 takeaways their last 8 games. Nearing the midway point of the third quarter. 2nd and 15 now from the 46-yard line. Boomer, hit as he goes, intercepted! Right on cue, they come up with a takeaway. Turner Cox slid out from his defensive end spot. The redshirt freshman with a timely play.
They brought the corner blitz off the top. Boomer sees it, and Cox drops right into the lane and makes a nice interception.
So we'll step aside. Big turnover forced by SMU, and the Mustangs have it back. Seth Boomer on the left gets picked off by the young man with the hair flowing on the right for SMU. Turner Cox, the redshirt freshman, Jay's first career pick on just a heads-up play.
Well, it was a good call by Kevin Kane. He brings a blitz off the corner, and he drops the defensive end right into the window, and Boomer's not going to see him. He thinks he has an easy completion, but the defensive end drops. Scott makes the pick. Sonny Dykes, who told us that Scott will flash, but he needs to be more consistent. Well, he certainly flashed right there.
Big time. So Ben Hicks, 6'2", 220-pound junior out of Waco. His team with a chance as Freeman gets it to try and, as they say in Dallas, pony up and take it down the field and potentially tie this game up after they were down in big fashion in the first half. They go quick. And a NASCAR pace. Page gets it. Broke a tackle. Still going inside of the 40. First down, SMU. Travis Gibson on the tackle. A gain of 6.
Good job by Hicks going through his progressions. Page was his third receiver. Checked it down and got the first down.
Freeman shifting in the backfield. On the right of Hicks. Pressure. That's it. Over there. There's a penalty flag. 2 of them come in. They were looking at Prochet. And on the coverage was Reggie Robinson, the second.
Defense, number 9. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And it's on Robinson.
Again, they had 2 tight ends and a running back. Max protection where they're taking a shot to Prochet. You can see the hold there. And it's before the throw. That's why it's not pass interference. It's a good call, but you've seen that now 3 times where Sonny Dykes and his offensive coordinator, Rhett Lashley, have decided, hey, we're going to take a shot to our best receiver.
Yeah.
And we're going to max protect. We're going to bring an extra tight end, keep the back in.
Back in there now is Braden West. Fake it to Crochet. Hicks down the middle. He overthrew it, intercepted. It's intercepted. Making his return to the second half. He had to sit out the first half because of a targeting penalty. In the previous game is McKinley Whitfield.
Timeout.
Wow.
They brought Crochet around, fake the jet sweep. They're trying to, you see the little bump right there, and the bump knocked the receiver off, and McKinley Whitfield announced, hey, I'm back, and I'm playing this half.
Flexed his muscle and said he's back. Time now to take a look at the college football playoff poll, powered by Ram Trucks.
Do we have to?
Don't. The monitor's got to stay where it's at.
Can I do this?
Kidding.
Can I do that? I don't even want to see that score right there.
You have to. I mean,
that's brutal. The #1 defense in the country gave up the most points ever in the history of the rivalry, 62 points to Ohio State.
That's incredible.
I mean, Jim Harbaugh and his staff have got to be just dismayed because his team did not come to play.
Most Ohio State has scored in that great storied rivalry. Good football game we've got here. That was Corey Taylor. SMU, good push. There's Whitfield. That's right. So his second pick of the season. He's been out twice because of targeting this season. There's the turnover chain.
I'm such a big fan of those.
Picking up your sarcasm.
Just a little bit.
I like it. I like a little flash and dash. I'm okay with it.
You can't just be thrilled with the fact that you got an interception.
Maybe. There's Stokes down the middle. But we digress.
That was a good throw by Boomer coming back and hit his receiver. You got the inside slot receiver there just running straight down and across the field, a long crossing route. Excellent timing. And a good pass there by Boomer.
Yep, 29-yard gain. There's an injured SMU player down, as they tend to him here with 5:42 remaining in the third quarter.
Timeout.
And Keelan Stokes continues to have a great game. We'll step aside as they tend to the injured SMU player. 5:42 to go in the third quarter. That is junior cornerback Kevin Johnson, who started the game today in place of their outstanding senior Jordan Wyatt. 11 career interceptions, and Johnson down and out. They've called for the cart out on the field as they surround him, and you just hope for the best. It's all you can do. You hope that it's the best possible outcome, whatever the injury is.
Well, he got hit by his teammate and it was down at his ankle, and
Yeah.
you could tell up here as well as the players down on the field right away that it was serious, and
Yeah.
we do wish him the best. You know, he's had 2 interceptions the last 2 games.
Yep. And we saw, as we were going through some of our replays up here during the break, the reaction of Keelan Stokes. I mean, he knew right away. He came to the sideline and was letting his teammates know he needed help, and Stokes had a monster day. So they're continuing to tend to Kevin Johnson. We're going to step away still with 5:42 remaining here in the third quarter from Tulsa. Tulsa up by 7. Now, this was moments ago as Kevin Johnson, a junior out of Wascom, Texas, stepping into the starting lineup today. There's Ben Hicks, the quarterback. He stepped in to replace Jordan Wyatt, who's in a walking boot, and the entire team is around him, and we'll take him back and x-ray him and check him out.
We hope he's okay, obviously, for Kevin Kane. You know, without your starting quarterback and Jordan Wyatt, and then you lose Kevin Johnson, now you got to go find another guy to step in here and try to figure out how to stop this Tulsa team, and specifically Stokes, who's having a huge game, 5 receptions, 141 yards.
You're not kidding. Corey Taylor, he is fun to watch. He's got a burst and the physicality and the speed, the power, as Onu made the tackle on him there. Just a sophomore out of Tulsa. Gain of 8. Taylor. Tries it again on the ground, and winning the battle that time was the SMU defense. Richard Moore, the first to get to him. Nelson piled on as well. So 3rd and short coming up. Big play in this game. SMU trying to win it to get to 6 to become bowl eligible. Tulsa, the best they can finish is with 3 wins this year if they're able to win this game. That's too shabby, Jay, on 3rd down. They're 8 for 12 out of the Golden Hurricane today.
There's Stokes right there, lined up in front.
They put it in the breadbasket of Taylor, who just ran over the defender. He knocked him into next week. Patrick Nelson got to be seeing stars after that hit.
Ooh, Nelson and Onu, watch Taylor just come straight downhill. Oh, really run through both of them.
Now Boomer back out wide. He's going to run it. Seth Boomer inside of the 25. Another first down. Turner Cox tracked him down, but the Golden Hurricane moved the chains again. Gain of 16. Taylor there. Shy of the 20-yard line. Stopped by Richard Moore. You told us back at 2:30 Central that Moore and his cohort there, the linebacking team of M&M, were going to have a big day, and they have. Now there's a SMU player face down. It's like Ken McLaurin. Big play earlier in this game, getting to Seth Boomer. 3:49 to play in the quarter. Working on his left leg, the left knee.
There he is right there. He's getting double teamed. And it's right there. His leg is underneath, and one of the Tulsa players just falls into it. It's been a tough drive for Tulsa.
No kidding. Tough drive for SMU too.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. McLaurin now down, and Sonny Dykes looking on, and he's already without his number 2 cornerback, Kevin Johnson, who was
1 and 2. Yeah, Wyatt didn't play today, and
right.
They lost Johnson on this drive.
Right. When we talked with Sonny Dykes earlier in the week, he wasn't very confident then in Wyatt. We saw him just before the game in a walking boot, so the answer was then revealed. Once this drive resumes, it would be the 8th play. It'll be the 8th play coming up. Drive started at the 22 after the interception.
The one positive he did say about their D-line is that they have a lot of depth.
Yes.
You know, there's a number of guys that they can bring in. You see him walking.
It's a good sign. Check that left leg, that left knee area out. They get into the sidelines. 2nd and 8 coming up. SMU trying to put a halt, put the brakes on this drive if they can, but the redshirt freshman Boomer moving him down the field. Jamari Brooks to his left. Hometown product out of Union High School here in Tulsa. Here's Brooks. Stokes in motion. He gets it. Stokes trying to find a seam. Good job by the SMU defense. And bring up 3rd mid-range.
Anytime Tulsa has gone wide, laterally, SMU's done a good job of covering it. It's when they've come downhill with the veer running straight at them. Look, Brooks and Taylor Tulsa's had a lot of success. Brooks has got 79 yards on the day. Taylor 55 yards. They've been physical. That's opened up Stokes in the passing game.
And a 4 on that second down run. Taylor's in there on 3rd and 4. Boomer's going to throw it and bobbled and incomplete. They were looking for the tight end, Minter. And it was on the coverage. McHale knew there that they popped it out of there.
Minter should have caught this ball. He drops it, and O'New almost makes the big interception.
Yeah.
As it is, they force 4th down and force a field goal attempt.
Going to try it again.
Now remember what happened last time.
Yeah, I do remember.
Nelson comes in from the wide side, blocks it, runs it back for a touchdown.
34-yard attempt.
Right there's Nelson lining up again.
Yep. And this one up, and this one is good. So they extended back to a 10-point lead. Jay, as Parker Romo knocks it through.
His first field goal, successful this year. Tough to come back after missing a kick and have a one block, run back for a touchdown. He's definitely fired up. I finally made one. Thank goodness.
That's off the list, right?
That's right.
10 plays, 61 yards on the drive, and here's our Chick-fil-A game summary. Now a 10-point lead for Tulsa.
Well, the thing that stands out for me, look at this, only 41 yards rushing for SMU. Coming in, they thought they'd be able to run the ball well. Tulsa giving up 250 yards per game on the ground. They've done a good job of shutting down this rushing game for SMU.
So with 3:06 to go in the quarter, Sonny Dykes and his guys down 10. There is James Prochet, who is now up to 5th all-time in single-season receiving yards in SMU history. And in terms of career receptions, he's up to 8th. Emmanuel Sanders holds that record at 285 as the kick goes out of bounds, and there's the flag.
And how quickly you go from elation that you made a kick to deflation.
Number 94. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
You never did that, did you?
Unfortunately, yeah, it happens to all of us.
Really? Love your honesty, Jay. He's trying to play like a golf
I was
shot.
hoping he would get lucky.
Little English on it?
Not so. You know, I talked about the lack of rushing yards for SMU today. This Tulsa defense, 8 teams have rushed for over 200 yards. Houston had 312, Tulane had 312, Navy had 389.
He's swinging out. It's Braden West, and West with a big pickup gets the first down. On the SMU sideline, a pickup of 13 for him.
They really like Braden West in this offense because of his ability to catch the ball. That's his 34th reception of the year coming out of the backfield. Such a vital part of this air raid offense, the ability of the running backs to catch the ball out of the backfield.
He's 3rd in both catches and yardage. Here's Hicks on the run, throws, catch made, and it's reeled in by Page. And Tyler Page comes up with a catch, man. He bunched on the tackle. They move the chains again.
That's the play we saw Hicks miss in the first half that would have been a sure touchdown to Page.
Yeah. SMU trying to use this time here, ticking away in the 3rd quarter to want a little touchdown drive of their own if they can. West on the ground that time. Good pickup.
Better straight ahead running, not dancing like Freeman was doing in the first half. Just getting through that line of scrimmage and creating positive yardage.
And 9 on that first down run. He's got it again, got the first down, takes it inside of the 30, just shy of the 28-yard line.
Something that Sonny Dykes told us about West. He said he hits the crease well. He doesn't wait, he hits it, he explodes.
These two teams met last year, had 2 carries for 89, had a 75-yard touchdown run in that game. Last two times these teams have played, 7 points has been the difference. Also winning 2 years ago here. SMU in Dallas last year. Hicks looking around, nobody open. Hicks, and just smartly throws it away into the SMU sideline. Cannon there with the pressure.
O'Shea's got 6 catches, 122 yards. It was open there. If Hicks hit him early, he didn't see him, and then now he's trying to work back, and Hicks can't get him the ball. The guy that's kind of shocked me, who's been quiet, is Reggie Robertson.
Yeah.
He's got no catches on the day. That's your most explosive athlete.
Right.
Prochet's your best receiver. But when you talk about the guy that has the ability, the interception earlier in this quarter that Hicks threw was to Robertson.
Right. Hicks takes the shot. Look out. Who's it going to? Yes, it was going to Prochet, but he just couldn't catch up to it. Needed a little more giddy up in his step there, 3rd and 10.
And he had the opportunity. There's Prochet, and he runs a corner route, and it's wide open, and that should be an easy completion, and Hicks misses again. That's the 4th time that I can count that Hicks has missed a receiver that could have been either a touchdown or a big play today.
Huge 3rd down. SMU 2 of 7. Dykes dumps it off. Freeman's got it. Freeman trying to get there. Takes down the man, but the defender won the battle that time. Jabari James coming up, gain of 7. What do you do now, Jay?
It's an interesting decision. You're down 10. You could kick a field goal and get down 7. But Dykes is going to go for it. I'm not surprised. 32 times this year coming to the game, he's gone for it on 4th down. 19 conversions, that's 59%. Prochet's been your guy. He's up top, right up there.
They need 3. Prochet in motion.
A little Y stick. There it is.
Yep, right to him. Got it. First down. First. And that 1st and goal. They got him out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Caleb Evans forced him out. Gain of 10.
They start Prochet outside, bring him in motion. Now he's there. This is the Wes Welker special. You saw this at Texas Tech so often, and then with the Patriots, just Y stick, Y option, allow him to do whatever he wants.
Back to the ground game. It's Kamen Freeman. 5'11", 225 junior out of Texarkana, Texas. Grayson Powers on the tackle. That's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
End of the 3rd quarter.
Here in Tulsa. SMU trying to get to 6 wins to become bowl eligible. Tulsa, though, standing in their way. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score 24-14 Tulsa. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, presented proudly by the Home Depot. 10-point game as we are set to begin the 4th quarter with Jay Feely. My name is Ben Holden, and it's time now for our Acura Driven to Succeed, and he is certainly that, Jay. James Prochet with another big day today.
Very good player, a guy that I think will play at the next level, especially with the proliferation of spread trickling into the NFL. You certainly saw that with the Rams-Chiefs game.
No question about it. What a game. I wish every game was like that. Here's a pass into the corner, and Prochet.
Incomplete pass intended for number 3.
Saying incomplete on the play.
He caught the ball. You're going to see him just run this little swing route, try and get a blocker there. Couldn't get the feet down inbounds, but it was a nice catch. Dangerous play there.
3rd and 8. This will be the 11th play of the drive for SMU. Freeman shifting in the backfield, and flags and whistles go.
False start. Offense. Number 77. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And is on their left guard, Alon Ali. A handful of those penalties today on SMU.
Yeah, you can see him right there. Both guards moved early.
Third and 13. Hicks into the corner, and nowhere catchable at all for Prochet. So 4th down upcoming, and they're going to trot on the field goal unit. to try to make this a 7-point game. A 32-yard attempt.
This last one was blocked up the middle. It was a low kick.
And this one is going to find its way in. 24-17 with 13 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. And when we're done here in Tulsa, between Tulsa and SMU, CBS Sports Network hits the hardwood for the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game between Cincinnati and Ole Miss. See who will go home with this year's title right here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Down at Northwest Arena in Niceville, Florida, it'll be Brad Johansson and Steve Lapis on the call. I'll be with Steve Lapis next Saturday out in Vegas for a little hoop with Cincinnati. That's coming up next when we're done. Then there's college football afterwards with Nevada and UNLV.
Try and get a little golf in on Vegas when you're out there? Maybe?
I'm going to try. I mean, I don't have any excuse. I got a day off out there,
There you go.
Thanks to the company for that.
Can't do it up in Detroit right now, that's for sure.
Well, I could, but I need a lot of layers, man. 7-point game. SMU trying to get to 6 wins to become bowl eligible. They did last year against Tulsa, but that was in late October. This season they started 0-3, one of 12 teams to do so. And Tulsa will begin from there where you saw Fitzwater recover. Jay, your 18 playoff
This is what you and I
theory.
believe it should be. There's a lot of guys. Danny Cannell says the same thing. You got your 5 Power 5 champions.
I like it.
Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State. I think they'll beat Northwestern in the Big Ten championship. Oklahoma with their big win against West Virginia. Washington with the big win against Washington State. UCF still undefeated. They would get a chance here, where they haven't gotten a chance. They've been excluded this year and last year. Notre Dame, their undefeated season. I think that last team would be Georgia.
Yeah.
If they lose to Alabama in the SEC championship, they would still get that spot. And I think that's the way it should be. You give everybody the opportunity. You figure it out there on the field. It's not you pick 4 teams. I got a team like UCF that's undefeated for 2 years in a row, and they have no chance to get in.
Yeah, it's not right. I totally am on board with that plan. I like it. I think it's the way it should be. Now you're still, like you do in March Madness, you're still going to have 3 or 4 teams at the bottom, but I think that's more fair because otherwise it's going to be Bama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Ohio State, whoever it is.
Right, probably Ohio State or Oklahoma this year.
And that's another thing. We're in the state of Oklahoma. Is Oklahoma,
Right, let's say Ohio State gets in and Kyler Murray and Oklahoma don't have a chance to play for it.
Right, Boomer's in trouble. Got rid of it. And you heard him yell for grounding. Looked awful close. 3rd down coming up.
Watch the pressure coming off the edge. Boomer gets away from it originally, but can't.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. There was an eligible receiver, number 29 area. 3rd down.
Referee Tracy Jones with the word there. So 3rd and 6 here.
That was Patrick Nelson coming off the edge, bringing pressure. What a game he's had.
He has been everywhere.
He's got 14 tackles today. That's a career high here. He had 16 when he was at Illinois against Nebraska.
Yeah.
He's a grad transfer from Illinois.
6 against Memphis last week, an interception. 3rd and 6. Seth Boomer, pressure backside, feels it, steps up, throws, catch made! And what a stick! What a stick! What a hit! Hayes made the play there, and he's slow to get up. He might be hurt.
Yeah, he's feeling it. That was a physical tackle. Whew. Boomer avoided pressure. He's going to slide to his right. He feels the pressure, steps up. A good job stepping up the pocket. And then here's the hit right there. Shamari Brooks did what he had to do to get the 1st down.
He did, picked up 6 on the play.
It's an excellent effort by Hayes to come out and try and make the stop.
Junior out of Slidell, Louisiana, tending to him on the sideline. And Brooks, whoa, they got after him in a hurry.
That was Nelson coming off the corner. They keep bringing Nelson, Patrick Nelson, off the edge, and nobody for Tulsa is picking him up. It's a late blitz. Kevin Kane continues to call.
No gain on the play, second down.
And, you know, Robinson helping out as well, sophomore linebacker. And the 35.
There's Nelson up there.
15 tackles. Boomer fires and incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. Was looking for Jerry and Anderson. He was covered by Onu.
Good protection here. There's plenty of time to deliver that ball. Really nowhere to go for Boomer, though.
3rd and 10. Tulsa 10 of 15 in that department today.
They haven't gone back to Stokes in a while. It's him in the slot.
Boomer coming near side, and it's caught, but they're going to be well short. Well short, caught by Keenan Johnson, who has a touchdown in the game.
Brought down by number 3, Delano Robinson.
Delano Robinson to stop, so 4th down here.
He never even looked over to Stokes. He was looking at Johnson the whole side, that left side of the field. Stokes beat his man again, and you know, when you got a guy who's as hot as him, 5 receptions, 141 yards, you can't go 2 series without throwing him the ball.
No. So Seth Boomer talking it over with head coach Philip Montgomery. 3rd punt of the game for Bennett. Family moved here to Tulsa. And his father Darren earlier.
That's a beauty.
Beautiful punt. Looked like his dad right there. Big-handed Barry Prochet. Huge play on special teams. Zabin Collins, the linebacker, makes the play after a 53-yard punt.
7-point gain. Bennett says, I'll pin him deep just like my dad. Coverage gets down there and makes the stop.
Our deepest sympathies and condolences to the former owner of the Houston Texans since 2002. Bob McNair was there since the inception. Passed away on Friday at the age of 81. We're all thinking of you, Bob McNair. And we'd also like to send our deepest sympathies to CBS Sports Network coordinating producer Todd Carrick. He lost his father, Paul, on Thanksgiving. What a tough day and tough time for that to happen. It's never a good time, but a very tough time in the holidays. Our thoughts are with Todd, his wife Julie, and the rest of the Carrick family. I could not imagine that. We send out our deepest thoughts and prayers to all of them. Tough to deal with. So we get back to the game here, Jay, and inside of 12 minutes to go. First time SMU has been inside of the 20 to start a drive.
Give credit to Thomas Bennett. He pinned him down in the corner. The coverage units went down there, did their job, made a good tackle.
SMU needs a win to become bowl eligible. Hicks dumps it off. It's Freeman. He can't come up with it. 3rd and 8 coming up.
Freeman's not the guy they throw to a lot. He's only got 5 receptions on the year. West is the guy who they like to hit out of the back. He's got 34 receptions. You can see Freeman not really comfortable in that role.
How about this, Jay? Prochet has 1 catch this half. He was 6 for 122 in the first.
Both teams have gone away from their stud receivers. Prochet's up at the top. That's him there.
They went to him a couple times, but he just hasn't made the catch. He's been able to make the catch. 3rd and 8, Hicks. Hicks floats it out. Incomplete. There's a flag coming in.
You could see the hand come in there early and hit the arm.
They were going to Hunter Thedford, the junior out of Comanche, Texas. And it was Manny Bunch.
Defense, number 10, automatic first down.
Well, Sonny Dykes will take that and moves the chains.
Give Hicks credit. He bought time, rolled out, found his tight end down the field. They were able to get the penalty to get the first down and get out of the shadow of their own end zone.
So now the ball spotted at the 23-yard line. Fresh set of downs for SMU. Trailing in this game by 7. Hicks for the real estate now comes near side, and the catch is made, and it's Robertson. That's his first of the game, isn't it?
First of his game. Wow. That was 4 verticals there. All 4 receivers just running streaks down the field, and then you can stop and pull up. I thought it was interesting what Sonny Dykes told us about 4 verticals, so you could build an offense on that play alone.
13-yard gain. They go back to Robertson, and he is drilled out of bounds, hit quickly by Manny Bunch.
The whole basic concept of 4 verticals is you got 4 guys going down. There's too many guys for the defense to cover downfield. You're going to have single coverage somewhere, and in this air raid, if you're single covered, you're not covered, throw them the ball.
I mean, your preparation is always top-notch. I wish we could shoot. You got to put that on Twitter later. I mean, the work you did on that is impressive. I'm serious. That's
Anytime
awesome.
you do one of these offenses, we did the run and shoot earlier with Hawaii, and the air raid, there's not a ton of concepts like this. The route concepts, there's only 8 to 10. It's just the way they dress it up, the formations and everything.
Right.
So it's always fascinating to me to see that. And when you watch the NFL level, you know, the success that this air raid quarterbacks, there was so much criticism, but they've had a lot of success both last year and this year.
3rd and 1. Freeman's got the first down. Wrestled down to the ground by Whitfield. And the interception to come out and begin the second half after he sat out the first. Gain of 7.
Good job. You see him quickly get through that hole. He wasn't bouncing like he was doing in the first half. If he bounced, he made up, get that first down there, hits the hole quick, gets a big first down.
Inside of 10 minutes remaining. Freeman 13 for 41, the touchdown. SMU needs a win to get the 6 to be bowl eligible. Tulsa's trying to spoil the party. Freeman has just to find the hole. Big gain there. And he moves the chains again down to the 34-yard line. Stopped by Reggie Robinson, gain of 14.
Injury timeout.
He's an injured Tulsa player. And that is Bryson Powers. Involved in quite a few plays here today.
He's had 5 tackles.
Timeout.
So we'll step aside as they tend to Bryson Powers here with 9:32 to play.
College football on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the General Insurance. Get a free anonymous online quote now. By Acura, precision crafted performance. And by Phillips 66, proud to be here.
Back here in the 4th quarter, 7-point lead for Tulsa. SMU's got a fresh set of downs, 9:32 to play in the game. SMU trying to get to 6-6 to become bowl eligible, that 6-win mark. Tulsa's got 10 of their points off of turnovers. Freeman reversing field, and he's tripped up Whitfield again. He was amped up, sat in the locker room the first half. You know he was.
Came out, got the interception. Trying to make plays here. Freeman with a nice cutback. It wasn't there originally, but Whitfield comes up and makes an excellent open field tackle.
Senior out of Spiro, Oklahoma. Braden West now in the backfield. To the left of Ben Hicks. Now we'll shift to the right. Pressure coming. Pursley picked it up. There's a deep shot, but he overthrows Robertson there. 3rd and 9 coming up now for the Mustangs.
Tried to run a double move with Robertson, but Tulsa was sitting in Tampa 2 coverage, so you had 2 safeties helping the corners over the top. Nowhere to go with the ball for Hicks.
Yeah. You're SMU.
I think you're in 2-down territory.
Yeah, that's where I was going with you.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 9. If you can get it, if you get half of it, fine, go for it again.
This will be the 10th play of the drive. They started at their own 6. Wick got free, deflected ball, but it hits the turf. As I believe Robinson fell down over there for Tulsa. He might have had a shot at it.
Tulsa was all over this play. They ran all goes with the 3 receivers, tried to clear it out for the running back.
Sonny Dykes.
I think he knew he wanted to go for it before that 3rd down play, although now they're getting ready. 12 on the clock.
They need 9.
They're running in the slot up top, Ben.
Yep. And there he is, and he couldn't come up with it. They went to him. A mix-up there, and they could not complete it. Bunch on the coverage, and you see the reaction of the coach. 24-17 it remains.
Hicks knew he had him. Crochet should have caught it, didn't see the ball. Turnover on downs.
Lead for Tulsa, James Crochet. His team put together an 11-play, 61-yard drive, 3:38 at time, but a goose egg, no points, Jay.
Well, Hicks throws it a little behind, but it's a good ball. Watch Crochet not get his head around right away. As he turns there, the head should be turned already. He doesn't get it around and doesn't track the ball. I think if he gets his head around early, you tell those receivers as soon as you make that break, get the head around and see it. He could adjust to that ball, wasn't able to do it. And they've gone to him 6 times in the second half. He only has 1 catch in the second half.
Wow. There's Stokes, who's had a big day for Tulsa. Over 100 yards receiving, so Tulsa with the lead by a touchdown. I don't know that slow is part of their vocabulary offensively, is it? But they're going to want to choose some time at some point.
Yeah, neither of these teams go slow. They want to push the tempo. It's always tough for these teams to adjust when you have a lead.
Good job there by SMU's defense, limiting the pickup there by Brooks. 3rd and 11 now for Philip Montgomery's squad. 7:45 and counting remaining in the game. Tulsa just 2 wins on the season. 19 seniors here today on senior day, their final game in their careers in a Tulsa uniform, trying to deny SMU to get bowl eligible. Pressure, Boomer escapes on the run, flings it and makes the catch over there, but they're short of the 1st down. Winston Hobbs with a catch, but they're well short, about, what, 4 yards?
Yeah, they're going to have to punt. You want to eat up as much of this clock as you can.
Yep. 4th and 3, and Bennett comes on. The last time he punted.
It was an excellent. Pinned him down to the 5-yard line, deep in the corner.
Yep. It's his 5th punt. Last one was 53 yards. That'll make Dad proud.
That's right.
Make his whole family proud. Here they come. They don't get to him. Fair catch called for and made at the 14-yard line by James Crochet. 46 on the punt, no return. Time now, Jay, for our general play of the game. And it is
McKinley Whitfield coming in the second half, getting the interception when SMU was trying to get down there and score. Give credit, though, to Bryson Powers, the nickelback number 21. He was the one who hit Robertson off of his route, kind of nudged him out of the way. That's why it looked like it was such a bad pass by Hicks right to Whitfield.
Here goes Hicks back to work, finds Braden West. Not much there. The Tulsa defense getting there in a hurry. Diamond Cannon leading the charge. He's on my all-name team, by the way. Sonny Dykes, first year as SMU's head coach, spent last season, was it what, an offensive analyst with Gary Patterson?
Analyst at TCU, right? Allowed him to just kind of watch and sit back. Look at the way Gary Patterson ran his program.
Here's Hicks. flings it out, and he was looking at Page. Manny Bunch over there causing a bunch of problems on that play. 3rd and 10.
This is a pretty good ball by Hicks. It's where his receiver can catch it. It's just a great defensive play. Page thought he had it.
Dirk Nowitzki on their board. I like that. Got a few of them in there.
What does that mean, a three-pointer?
Apparently. From way downtown. 3rd and 10. Near the 24-yard line. Hicks. Nobody open. They're after him. He got away, and then they take him down. Beautiful work up front. Miles Mutai gets in there to finish him off.
It was just a three-man rush, so the offensive line should have no problem holding up and allowing Hicks to sit in there. I think if he doesn't run outside the pocket, he'd be okay. He decides to run out of the pocket. That goes right into the defensive end's arms, and that's a big sack for this Tulsa team. And now you got to punt backed up. So you don't have your normal alignment. You got to take shorter steps.
Shane Anderson fields it at the 40 on a 4-yard return with 5:26 to go. 36-yard punt, 4 on the return. Can Tulsa put this one away? We'll find out when we come back. Well, the American standings, SMU 5-6, trying to get to 6-6. Tulsa, the best finish they can come with this season, 3-9. That championship game.
You kind of go like that with a little asterisk because of the Mackenzie Milton injury.
It changes that thing.
College football playoff director Bill Hancock said that. He said the injury would be factored in to the team's ranking. Daryl Mack is their backup. He started one game this year.
Yeah. So the second time Tulsa has started inside of SMU territory. They drove for their first touchdown in the first quarter after that pick. Can they do it here and try to put this thing away? Something they've had issues with this season, putting games away specifically in the fourth quarter.
Well, you'd think you want to drive, get into field goal range and kick a field goal. The problem is that you're 1 for 3 on field goals today, with one of them blocked and returned for a touchdown.
Correct, by Clemens. Inside of 5 minutes to play. Tulsa approaching 400 on the yardage board. 2nd and 7 now. Stokes in motion. Stokes gets it. They tripped him up. Beautiful play. Outstanding play off the end by Delonte Scott.
He's having a big game. Got the interception earlier. Comes up here, sees the jet sweep, gets penetration, gets the tackle for a loss, and brings up 3rd and long. So you're out of field goal range here. You're trying to get the first down or get enough that you can go for it on 4th down.
5 tackles and a tackle and a half for loss for Delonte Scott, to your point, Jay.
Playcock is down to 5 now.
Yeah. Then we're going to try to get it away here, and he does. High snap, but he gathered it in. Now he's taking a shot down the sideline. Hobbs, what do they say? They're saying it's a catch.
Hold on, they're still talking about it.
If it stands, 31 yards.
More discussion. I think they're going to say 1 foot was out of bounds.
The ruling on the field is a completed pass for a first down.
Here we go.
The previous play is under review.
What a catch.
That was a beautiful catch.
Goes out, grabs it one-handed, then brings it in. This is going to be a great look here.
Yeah.
There's the right. Now, he doesn't have control yet. Now it's that left foot, and does he have control before that left foot hits, and is that left foot inbounds?
Yeah. Completed pass, the call down on the field as they review this. Replay official is Paul Zukis today here in Tulsa.
There would have to be indisputable evidence to overturn this call.
You seen any?
No, I haven't seen
I'm not
anything
either.
that shows me that he didn't. It was a phenomenal catch.
Yes.
He certainly caught the ball, but did he secure it before he was out of bounds? I believe that there's not enough evidence to overturn it.
Let's take some more looks through it.
He doesn't secure it till right there, and then it's that left foot. See, right, that's when he secures it, when he brings it into the second hand.
Side judge Matt Waldron was right there, but it's not up to Waldron right now.
You see the right foot drag on the sideline, but the left foot is down before the right foot drags out of bounds.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough at all to overturn it. I think they let it stand.
Here's the verdict from our referee.
After review, the ruling on the field of a catch stands. It will be first down. Clock will start on my signal.
The Tulsa faithful loving that. Justin Hobbs, a senior out of Overland Park, Kansas. You mentioned it earlier.
We talked about it in the first half, that's right.
How good he's been against SMU in his career, over 300 yards. Double-digit catches for him. North of 10 in that department. He's got 5 for 60 now, so.
I don't know if any of the catches were as good as that one. That was a phenomenal grab and a big moment. It was going to be 4th and long. You were out of field goal range. Probably have to punt there.
Please reset the play clock to 25 seconds. Start both clocks on my signal. Thank you.
First and goal now with 3:50 remaining in the game. Tulsa trying to put this away. Brooks shifting up in the backfield. Brooks gets it. Scored in this end zone in the first quarter on a 15-yard run.
Timeout. SMU, their first charge timeout. Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 3-4-0. Thank you. For the second timeout.
Brooks dragging the defender there for a couple of yards. They finally got him down about the 3-yard line.
Desperation time now for SMU.
Yes.
Got to find a way to try to get the ball out. That's been the Achilles heel for this Tulsa team throughout the season. They got 10 interceptions, 22 fumbles, 14 of them lost. That's the most in the country. They put the ball on the ground once today. They didn't lose it. So if you're SMU, you're thinking about making the tackle and stripping at the ball. For Tulsa, I wouldn't get creative here. I just trust my center, trust my guards. That's where the strength of the offensive line is.
Yep.
Miller, Couch, and Paul run this ball straight ahead, try and pound it in the end zone and get up 2 touchdowns.
Well, Shamari Brooks, the sophomore, hometown product, is in the backfield behind Boomer. Senior year, he was the offensive player of the year in the state of Oklahoma. Good talent in this state, too. There he is. Right side of your screen, now shifting. Brooks. Good job. SMU got good jump, got off the ball in a hurry. 3rd and goal coming up.
Timeout. SMU, their second charge timeout. 30-second timeout.
Turner Cox, excuse me, with the stop there. 1 timeout left for SMU.
Watch Richard Moore time this up and explode through the line of scrimmage here. Just right there, explodes, tries to get to the backfield. Watch 14 here, time this baby up.
Yep.
You know it's desperation time. That's how you try and create a fumble, a turnover, get in there in a hurry.
So 3rd and goal upcoming. Once they break, the 2 teams huddle. Well, SMU's on the field.
Even a field goal from here would not be a sure thing. You know, the kicker, Romo, has only made 1 field goal.
Timeout.
He's 1 for 3 today.
Tulsa.
Came in 0 for
their
1.
first charge timeout. Be a 30-second timeout.
And now Tulsa's taking 1 as well. They've got 2 left. So Seth Boomer there, 251 yards passing, his career high. 7th highest number by a Tulsa freshman quarterback.
I thought he played really well today.
Yeah.
Stayed within the offense. Didn't throw many balls that were in danger in any way. 20 for 27. The one interception wasn't necessarily a bad throw. He just got fooled. It was a good call defensively. They dropped defensive end Delonte Scott. He didn't see him. He throws the interception. But all in all, Seth Boomer's played a really good game. And for Tulsa, you got to pound it into the end zone here.
So they change up the backs, and you've got Taylor, who's checked into the game now on 3rd and goal. He'll try to pound this thing in there. And he can't do it. He cannot do it. Delano Robinson was waiting for it. Turner Cox helped as well. Their final timeout they burn.
It's a big stand by SMU. Had to keep him out of the end zone. Got 3 big plays by their defense. Forced this field goal, and who knows what's going to happen on this field goal.
There's nowhere to go. Robinson waiting there. .31 to play. Let's go back to what happened on that block, scoop, and score by Rodney Clemens.
Clemens just came through free, got the block, picked it up, then ran it back for a touchdown. Romo missed another field goal. He finally made one, then he kicked the next kickoff out of bounds. So there's certainly some emotions going through John Parker Romo right now. He knows how important this kick is, knows that it puts him up 2 scores. It's not a hard kick. All he's got to do is go through his fundamentals, and for SMU, you got to find a way to try and get through and get another block.
22-yard attempt. Out of the hold of Cannon Montgomery. And Parker Romo bangs it through there. And he's true, Feely. Puts it in and makes it a 10-point game.
Big kick for the sophomore. This would be a huge win for this Tulsa team. You talked about it a lot. The struggles in the 4th quarter, the struggles to find a way to win games when they've been in them. Houston, USF, Texas, Tulane, all those games they had opportunities to win and didn't do it. For SMU now, you're going to get the ball back with 3:30. No timeouts. Clock stops in college as you get first downs as they move the chains. So that allows you to be able to move the ball down the field in a hurry, stopping it, quickly getting to the line. You play fast anyways. You can't afford to take sacks. You can't afford to run the ball for 3-4 yards and get tackled. That'll eat up way too much. You know you have to score twice. You got to get down, either kick a field goal quickly and try and get the onside, or get the touchdown and get the onside.
Parker Romo, that 22-yard field goal, capped the 7-play, 31-yard drive, took 158. Here we go, Jake. Crochet.
Should leave it in. That way it doesn't take up any time. Smart decision.
5 yards deep. So now it's in the hands of Ben Hicks and the air raid offense for SMU to see if they can move the ball down the field.
It's been a struggle tonight for Ben Hicks. 19 for 36, 234 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he's missed 4 or 5 really big plays. Big plays that could have been touchdowns.
Yeah. Whitfield, he's had a big second half, an interception. Hicks been sacked 4 times as well. Mustangs out of timeouts. And they're going nowhere because blasting through there was Travis Gibson. Like he was shot out of a cannon.
He plays their Leo position. The one thing that you couldn't do if you're SMU is take sacks. Gibson just explodes through there, gets the sack, and that eats up 30 seconds. And you're back 2nd and 20.
7 tackles and 2 sacks. Hicks throws, complete, caught. That's Prochet. Bunch forced him out of bounds. 3rd down coming up. 5 they'll need to convert. You know they're going for it if they don't get it here. Gain of 15 there.
Every time they line up, you got to know where Prochet is right now. He's got 8 catches on the day, 147 yards.
Yep. Only rushing 3, caught by Prochet, and then he gives a stiff arm to Robinson there, and he gets the first down, so the clock stopped after an 8-yard gain.
Quickly get to the line of scrimmage. I'd double Prochet. I'd say somebody else has got to beat me.
Right.
That's who they're going to every time. 9 catches on the day.
7:15 tip for Cincinnati and Ole Miss. College basketball when we're done. And this one hops. No chance. Look at Judah Bell there. 2nd and 10 coming up with 2:22 to play in the game. Little Montgomery there. 4th-year head coach here at Tulsa. You said, Jay, this would be a huge way for them to end their season and to keep SMU from becoming bowl eligible. Hicks down the middle, caught. Prochet got 4 guys around him and still comes up with a play, man.
But you're playing zone. You know that's where they're going to go.
Yep.
You know, think about it like a boxing one in basketball. Like, focus on that guy.
Right.
That's who they're going to. You know they're going to keep throwing to him.
Right. Gain of 17 there. Hicks swings it out. It's caught by West, and West gets what he can before getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Xavier Collins forced him out with 2:05 to go. Gain of 9.
Evans, who ended up forcing him out of bounds, was doubling on Prochet there.
2nd and 1. Hicks. It's into the hands of West. He picks up the first down that way. So the clock stopped, though, reset the sticks as Collins forced him out of bounds. Eighth play of the drive coming up here, Jay.
Prochet was up top in the slot.
Hicks looking that way. Hicks taking a shot, and he's got him. No, he doesn't. That's Robertson. But he's got him in another first down to the 11-yard line. Stop made by Manny Bunch.
Prochet was in the slot. Robertson was out wide. Prochet ran the out route. They found Robertson. That's a nice throw by Hicks.
Career high 172 receiving yards for James Prochet today.
He's got 92 catches on the season. That's him in the slot.
See him playing on Sunday. Hicks, here comes the heat. Hicks to the end zone, and he looked for Robertson with Robinson on him. 2nd down coming up with 1:42 to go.
6 foot, 195, tried to find him on a little fade. Instead of the high fade, I would have liked to have seen a back shoulder fade. Rip it in there where the DB doesn't have time. Just turn to catch that ball.
Clock stopped, 1:42 to go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10, SMU. Prochet in motion. Hicks looking left, firing left. And he went to Page. Robinson again on the coverage. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Tried to single Page. Go 3 wide to the right, single Page, unable to find him.
Hayden West checks in as the running back for Sonny Dykes.
Remember, they're down 10 with no timeouts. You got to get in the end zone here.
Yep. 3rd and 10.
If they don't get this, they kick the field goal. It's 2 possessions.
Yep. Makes sense.
Prochet's in the slot inside.
Hicks trying to get away. Does. Now throws on the run. Got it. Touchdown. It's caught by Prochet. And the Mustangs giddy up their way down the field just like that.
How do you lose track of Prochet?
I don't know.
I mean, that's the one guy that you have to know where he is the entire time. He's inside in the slot. He comes across, and watch now, he get a hit, and then he just slips out, and everybody forgets.
2 guys
oh,
there.
yeah, by the way, he's got 10 receptions already. We should probably focus on him.
He's over 1,000 yards, and he's approaching 100 catches for the season. 11th touchdown catch of the season, top 5 in the FBS, and Robledo comes on and makes it a 3-point game with 1:31 to go, Jay.
So now you're down 3. You have to kick an onside kick. You have no timeouts.
Yep.
So the game comes down to this play right here. You talk about special teams and how important they are and the mistakes that have happened today on special teams. Tulsa 2 for 4 on field goals, had 1 block, returned for a touchdown. SMU had the field goal at the end of a half, wasn't long, got it blocked.
Yep.
A low kick by Kevin Robledo.
Yep.
Right now, that's the difference in the game.
It is.
So in college, you can't hit the high hop onside kick where it takes the 1 hop and just goes up. They eliminated that for safety reasons. So you can hit, if it bounces twice, you can get the high hop. I love to do these and have 3 options. Line up and look at how the defense aligns. If you're Tulsa, I might take a timeout once they get a line so I can see if they overload to one side, what they're trying to do. Right now you got 6, so you're overloaded on this side for SMU, 4 on the other.
First onside attempt this season. And Robledo, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, he was hoping for the big hop. It never took it, stayed low, it just goes out of bounds, and that's the ball game.
Yep. And Tulsa.
Kick out of bounds. Be a 5-yard penalty from the out of bounds spot. First down.
So Tulsa and Philip Montgomery.
It's a good way to end for them.
1:31 left. They can just run it out. No timeouts for SMU. A great way for them to end and send those 19 seniors out winners on this field for the final time and to keep SMU from becoming bowl eligible.
For Coach Montgomery, his first 2 teams, he took them to bowl games, went 6-7 his first year, and then the phenomenal year in 2016, 10-3, where they did something that nobody else in FBS history has ever done. They had a quarterback throw for over 3,000, 2 running backs rush for over 1,000, 2 receivers over 1,000, but the last 2 years, it's been tough for them.
Tough times indeed.
They were a very young team last year, and then this year, they're much improved defensively.
Yeah.
And a lot of struggles at the quarterback position. Luke Skipper got injured. Got a freshman, Seth Boomer, who played really well today.
He did indeed, a career-high throw on the football. So it's going to be in the last 3 games. There you go, Romo family, the Parker Romo family. 3 games between these 2 teams going to be decided by 10 total points. 2016, a 43-40 Tulsa win in overtime here. Last year at SMU, a 38-34 SMU win. And this one is going to end 27-24 in favor of Tulsa.
For Sonny Dykes and his squad, a disappointing way to end this season. After beating Houston to UConn, you feel really good about yourself. You go in last week, you got a chance to play for the championship. If you beat Memphis, you lose that game, and then now you come out, you don't play your best game at all. It's a sloppy game from the start for SMU, and they lose to Tulsa, and that'll be a bitter pill to swallow for that SMU program.
Yeah, it will be, and a happy night here on campus for Seth Boomer and company. What a way for the 19 seniors to go out. Disappointment for Sonny Dykes and his guys. They come up short. They'll finish the season at 5-7. Tulsa will finish at 3-9 in what was a real entertaining game, Jay.
Well, it certainly was. I love this offense, the air raid, and it's a successful offense for Coach Montgomery, the veer and shoot and everything they did at Baylor, all the success they had. Dino Babers is kind of running it, his own version at Syracuse. We had Sean Lewis at Kent State. He's running it. Obviously, Kendall Briles, the offensive coordinator at Houston, and Gilbert, the offensive coordinator at USF.
Well, Seth Boomer taps on the helmet, and Parker Romo comes through when he needed to, and there's the updated standings. Championship game will be number 9, UCF and Memphis. And how things stack up. A lot of teams will play in bowl games from this conference. SMU won't be one of them. Fun season, Jay.
You're the best, Ben.
You are too, man. Enjoyed it, bud. A lot of fun working with you, man. Say thanks to all of our crew. Thayer, our producer. Michael Frank, our director. And all the great folks in New York. do so much to help us. Final score, 27-24 Tulsa. For Jay, all of our crew, my name is Ben Holden. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Now let's send you to Florida for men's college basketball, the Emerald Coast Classic Championship game. Cincinnati and Ole Miss. Brad Johansson and Steve Lapis on the call.